Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to Starfound. Welcome back to Starfound, an actual play podcast of the amazing spacefaring science fantasy role-playing game Starfinder. And we record this live every Thursday on Heartsinger Games on Twitch at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. And you have arrived because you know that. Thank you so much for the share. Super appreciate that. That was probably just one of us shouting it out, right? That's just
Get ready because I'm about to.
Because I'm about to share it as well.
Yeah.
Hey, Edie. Hey, Chiron. Hey, everyone.
Hello.
So welcome back, crew. I am Miles Duffield. I am the game master for this evening, which means that I'll be guiding these fools / heroes / intrepid explorers through whatever chaos they're going to be getting into this game. It's going to be a lot of chaos this game. And yeah, that's my deal. I'm also Geeks for Good over at twitch.tv/Geeks for Good, and you can follow me there on Twitch and on YouTube and on all them social medias. And I'm a professional game master. And why don't you take us away?
I will. As shown by Miles, I am in fact Anne. And
She would never let you believe that.
you'd never think it to look at me, but I am her, as was foretold. Yes, I am Anne Richmond. I am the head bard in charge right here at Heartsinger Games. You can catch me many times a week playing the games right here and talking all things tabletop and hobbies and miniatures and video games and all that geeky jazz. But here tonight, I will be playing Amaryuk Yuka, that's Solarian Hulnukia. Vlaka, bow to your queen boo, and give me that
All right, before we continue, setup was a little bit off. Can I have everyone turn off their cameras?
Oh, okay,
Yes.
sure. But awoo. Good night.
Anne, would you turn on your camera?
Yeah, I would love to.
Dex?
There it is.
And Parker? And Helena. A.k.a. Sam Og...
Yeah, aka Sam Ogilvy. Well, I'm on vacation. I'm borrowing my boyfriend's laptop.
All right, beautiful. Let's continue onwards.
Love it.
Dex.
Aye.
Hello, Internet. It is I, Dexter Warren, Afro Sundere on TikTok. We out here. But tonight, / today, because the sun's still up, I'm playing Jabberwocky, Skittermander Technomancer, spreading heart smile and robots.
Fantastic. Parker.
Hi there, my name is Parker Wallace. I am now on YouTube, and I'm just developing my Twitter, so stay tuned for that. On this podcast and stream, I play Castor 9, android mechanic, operative, and pilot of the Kingfisher, who knows how to dress dapperly. At your service.
Oh, I was like, but is he going to be at our service? Is he?
He's always at your service, always.
You better.
You should
Thank
know that
God.
much by now. All right. And finally,
Hello, I'm the Magic Llama, also known as Helena, also known as the Magic Llama Mood, and I play Kia, who is a Kasathan Mystic Scholar, and she was that one kid at your like 3rd grade birthday party at the bowling alley that got herself stuck in the claw machine,
Oh.
and they had to call the fire department.
yeah, that's her.
Man.
That is
She
her.
would.
She was the claw machine.
She
got four arms.
she was trying to free them.
Oh, I see.
She was gonna free them.
What
Makes
a
sense.
little chaos being.
I get it. I get
All
it.
right. Wonderful. Do we have anything else before we begin, Anne?
Any screams to the heavens?
Oh my God, just the silence.
Oh my God.
Nothing else, Anne? I did ask you a question. Can you hear me? Anne, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh.
What?
Okay.
What?
Because
I'm
I've
sorry,
been
did I just...
I've been talking to you.
I'm so sorry. I was trying to organize. I have a lot of windows open, you guys, and I'm sorry. I was trying to. I'm so sorry. Hello?
Hello?
Anne,
We will-
do you have anything else before we start?
Do I have anything else before we start? Well, I can tell you that if you are interested in supporting us, you should check out our Patreon where everything is free to consume. There is new content on there and will be even more content coming from Dex this coming week. Very exciting short story from Dex. There's music from me, there are videos from Helena, and different behind the scenes from Miles and votes every week. So definitely go be a part of that. I'll throw the link in chat if you're interested.
Yeah, and the poll from this week is going to carry over for 2 weeks. It's a big boy poll.
Shit.
So go vote if you haven't already.
Seems kind of important. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. If you are interested during the game in tipping to unlock various giveaways and all of that jazz, head over to hearthsingergames.com and you'll see that link come through chat every so often.
Woot! All right.
That's it. Take us away, Miles. Take me away,
Take me away.
to outer space,
outer space.
a special place.
I hoped it would work. No.
I love your face.
We're not together at all. All right,
No.
we're going to breathe in and out together. Breathe in. Breathe out. So, as the howl from across the city dies out, as it slowly dies out. Thank you so much for that follow, Jordan Springer. As the howl from across the city dies out, and a mournful silence is left hanging over Brightclaw. The wind whistling emptily through the streets, and the evacuation is kind of slowed. Well, what are you? I have more to say, but I'm really curious about what you all are doing at this moment.
Kia's gonna jump off the roof and find the closest body that is, qu'est-ce que c'est, intact.
Mm-hmm.
One of the bodies that had been possessed by this material, and she's going to put her hand to her head, and this like faint red glow is going to emanate from her forehead, and she's going to place her hand onto the Glocka's head in the same spot and cast grave words to see. I know this is all new stuff for when I got Warmonger.
Well,
Cast grave words to just see if it has anything to say, any communication, and just kind of like this warmth that she provides the corpse.
Mm-hmm.
A hope.
Oh my goodness! Oh, the things that just get thrown at me. Can we,
Sorry.
It's all good. I guess talk to me about grave words. What is grave words? What's it about? What's its thrust?
Right. Force a touched corpse to communicate, or my touching, to communicate or talk to you, but you can't ask it specific questions or communicate with it at all. It can only be cast once per corpse. So it's just kind of like what was on its mind after. It's like in Princess Bride when they put the bellows into Wesley and they hear like one thing come out of his mouth.
Okay.
I just read this morning. It says there's like a 10% chance that information is going to be useful. There it is. I found it.
Yeah, it's not. It's not good. It's just I want to know.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm gonna send it to you, Miles, right now.
Oh, thank you so much, Castor. I super appreciate that, Parker. Why don't Helena? Why don't you roll a percentile die?
Zoom
Sure.
chat.
And welcome, surprise, bringing a raid party of 3. Thank you so much.
Nice.
Love the
Thank
company.
you.
They're gonna need it.
That is a 90 even.
That's on the money.
Great.
Okay. Oh. God. But what? And now I have to come up with this. Okay, so the creature's like lower jaw opens, right? And it's like partially encrusted with this almost like basalt kind of covering, right? Part of it is cracked off and broken, but the teeth still show through, and the tongue begins to move, and this air begins to exude out of it, this hot breath out of this dead corpse. And it begins to speak in Infernal.
Okay.
Does anyone speak Infernal?
I'm a little rusty on Infernal, gotta say.
A little. I got.
It's all demon to me.
Hey.
Hey.
I've
You
got
know it.
Vlaken both written in sign and common, but that's it, fam.
No, I don't.
She not smart.
That got me. Great. It starts to just this sound comes out of it. These strings
Can I record
of words. Yeah, you can record it absolutely.
Caster's just gonna like touch like his eye, or his temple, and it's just gonna start recording.
Yeah, this and then it kind of dies off, tapering out into silence again. And as it does,
No, I gently shut its mouth and close its eyes.
Fantastic. Caster.
All right, well, I've got this recording in me. Now we're just gonna find someone who can translate it.
Yeah. At this point, so Amaruk had taken up the howl with the rest of the pack. And when this happens, she kind of turns to see kind of what's happening. She's not. I wouldn't say she's upset about it, right? But it's an unright thing, certainly. And so she kind of just looks a little taken aback by, seeing. She's never seen that spell be cast by Keo or anyone before. And typically, when Vlaka pass, they, pass on to what they call the night pack. And they move on quickly in her mind. And she thought because they died in fire that perhaps that would still be true. But she just looks a little disappointed, I guess. But doesn't say much
Jabby.
else.
Jabby is still just sitting underneath the tree, a bit off to the side, just tapping in, looking through the cameras of the different drones, seeing how the situation is across the city.
Absolutely, and what you're seeing is kind of what I described last episode, but the various different groups of these brutes have been put down, right? A little bit of order is taken. The evacuation is going as smoothly as a sudden evacuation can, especially of a people so proud, right?
Right.
And then you start getting a small alert in the corner of your AR screen, right? And you pan it up, and a reading of the seismograph, right, of the area surrounding Bright Claw and surrounding like your science center, right? And it's starting to pick up a lot of unusual readings. Just subtle at first. It doesn't seem quite like an earthquake, right? It doesn't have the same kind of natural rise and fall. It's sudden, and it's jerky, and it's small, and as you look closer, it's also getting closer. Like the source should be getting closer. And then everyone begins to feel it. This rumble underneath their feet. This grumble of sound and energy vibrating into the cobblestones beneath Bright Claw. Actions, questions, concerns?
Jackie, what is this? What do your readings say? What's going on? Whoa!
Uh, there's a slight delay in his responding as he kind of gets back to his normal senses. We're having a lot of seismic activity, uh, like if an earthquake was a person, I guess. I don't
Ew.
know. It's headed this way though, as
All
you know.
right. Perhaps we should direct some of our fleeing friends to I don't know, go in the threshold of doorways.
Yeah. So
Mm-hmm.
Amaruk is gonna reach down and place her hand on the earth,
Mm-hmm.
to get a sense of direction of where this thing seems to be like headed and the size of it with her blind sight, because she has more of a relationship with like vibration. She's very tough.
Totally.
in
I'll
that
give
way.
you a perception
Yeah.
check with disadvantage.
Okay. That is not great. That's a natural one. We're carrying over last week into today, the
All right.
end of my life.
Okay.
In this game. So just to be clear.
So the rumbling, you can't tell anything from. It feels like an earthquake to you,
Yeah.
right? The only place that it doesn't seem like an earthquake is on Jabby's seismograph, right? Anyone
Yeah.
else? Questions, actions, anything?
She's just gonna say, do what Kia told you. Get into cover. Find a place to be that is solid.
Fantastic. Is
Yeah.
everyone's like rushing off to various different
Yeah.
various different
Yeah.
thresholds, etc.,
Mhm.
trying to get to the
Having that
stable
message
parts.
broadcast through the drones
Great,
as well.
and
Yeah.
you're having that message broadcast through the drones. The evacuation breaks off. Everyone begins to
Mhm.
break cover.
Mhm.
And as you know what, roll me a computers check, Jabby, for your scanner.
Okay. This one rolled better before. Okay, computers. That is a total of 23.
23. As you start to watch, it seems like there's a large amount of movement underneath you. And it seems like it's not just movement, but it's also like burrowing that's happening. And it's not just one prong, but it seems like there's 3 separate seismic activity pieces that are happening, and all of them are coming directly under the Vlaka camp in Brightclaw. And yeah.
Oh man. Looks like we've got 3 objects burrowing right underneath the Vlaka.
Burrowing?
Yeah, it's not great.
Or are they
Probably
creatures?
It's hard to say. It's bad though.
Okay,
You can make additional
she's gonna
scans. Yeah. What's up?
shout out to the Vlaka, get inside the city limits. So like head to the wall.
Head to the wall. Fantastic. So you shout to the people around you to head to the wall. Are you guys moving? Are you staying where you are? What's the plot?
We should move as well. I
Right.
think we should
Yeah.
not be standing
Yeah.
on
Great.
top
Then
of
I
whatever
need
this
you
is.
to make a diplomacy check and excuse me. And if anyone else has actions that they want to do during this time, go ahead and make them now. Let's start with Kia.
More detailed scans.
I'll get to you, Dex.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna be booking it.
Great. Kia runs. Kia's out. All right.
Yeah.
Caster.
Caster is going to contact Dirtbath.
Dirtbath. Fantastic.
Okay. 19, but also Huzan. Just a question.
This was great. Your diplomacy check. Yeah, absolutely. You assemble as many people as you can. You start to rush away from the scene. You gather several other Vlaka as you go. Several are like still trying to get belongings out of their home. We're trying to move things that are too heavy, and you have to leave them behind in your like rush backwards, right? Caster, what are you saying?
Caster 9 to Dirtbath. Caster 9 to Dirtbath.
Yes, Caster. What's up?
Is your sector evacuated? We've got some major seismic activity coming in.
I mean, the evacuation is in process. We can feel the seismic activity. We have everyone hiding under doors right now.
Get them out of the camps. Just get them out of the camp.
And where?
Into the city limits, anywhere. Somewhere that's not in the Vlaka camp.
Everyone.
They're targeting the
Okay,
camp.
inside the walls. Okay, got you. Okay. Fantastic. And his phone clicks up, and like new broadcasts start echoing out across the city. Jabby.
14 computers for trying to get a clearer scan.
Oh, brutal! As you start to like pierce down underneath the stone beneath Brightclaw, right? You can't get any clear readings until you start to pick up on a bunch of life signs. And it does not seem like it's how do I put this? It's not like 3 life signs. It's like hundreds of life signs. Everyone's
Nope.
face just
Nope. Heck nope.
and they're all like burrowing through the ground upwards towards the Vlaka camp in Brightclaw, right? Yes.
Sorry. So who knows this?
Jabby.
I relay that
Yeah.
information.
Okay, so she says, this is going to take more than just ground troops. We need to get people in the air. We need to get to the Kingfisher so that we can shoot down whatever this is, even if it destroys the camp.
I'm on it. I'm gonna head towards the Kingfisher and hopefully broadcast something to say, "Get all fighters in the air! Get all fighters in the air!"
Great. So Kingfisher is down to the south. You don't have any fighters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we can
Great.
send that message down to my sister in Desna's wing, which is further away, right? But
Yeah.
they can come this way when they can.
Yeah. Oh, does she have? She has one fighter. She has her fighter.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. So you send out the broadcast as you continue to run, and then
Wait, what happened to the other Vlaka who she came with initially?
that was her wing. The
Yeah.
The Vlaka Council didn't give you any military support, so all the
right.
ships are-
So they all
Yeah.
stayed
Yeah.
back with it. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Just
Absolutely, a great clarification question.
Yeah.
You guys have the only ship in the air other than the Kingfisher that you have is the one that's in orbit, which is on its way down. The Elo catches
and we
security
could
What about
first.
Wisp?
let's call Wisp. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's give
So
Wisp
you
a call.
Now
put
is
out
the time.
The bacon. You lay out the bacon for Wisp. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So as you guys continue to run and Castor takes off down towards the Kingfisher and the rest of you continue to grab people, the life signs start to breach the surface. And you see out of the ground start peeling these small creatures that are about as they start to press through. They have like tentacled heads and faces with these like razor sharp claws underneath each of the tentacles and like a very large hungry mouth underneath it, but they're thin and they're short. They're probably about a foot long, right? And they're probably about 2 to 4 inches thick, right? And they start to peel through just dozens of them all over. And as they do, they leap at Vlaka, grabbing onto legs or backs, trying to bring them down and eat into them. Actions.
I'd like to bring all combat drones to this area
Fantastic.
towards the front gates.
Beautiful.
I'm gonna try to spear one of them. For science.
For science, go for it. Make that attack.
If we learn more. Okay, so I guess this is a ranged because I'm throwing my tactical spear at the closest one.
Great.
That is a nat 20, so that is a 26 to hit.
It's definitely a hit.
Great. It's going to take 7 damage.
Great, fantastic. Oh, stat block. Ooh, stat block. Beautiful. So your spear flies through and punctures the side of one of these things, slamming it into the side of a building next to it, and it wriggles for a second and then dies on it as screaming erupts all around you. All right, that is your turn for now, Amaruk.
Amaruk, sorry, I'm checking something,
Yeah,
is
you put it
going
right.
sensing the danger
Mhm.
and seeing these things attack her people.
Mhm.
She's going to say, we need to help whoever we can while Castor is getting the ship to us. And she is going to begin attuning to photon mode and trying to move in.
Mhm.
This could be a terrible idea, but we're going to do it. This is a really bad idea, but I have cleave, so how bad could it be? So she's going to move towards. Can I get to the closest one that's on a Vlaka and try to pull them off?
Absolutely. You know what? Why don't we go to map time? Map time!
Map time!
If
It's
Oh,
a
boy.
mother map time, yeah. It ain't nap time, it's map time, yeah.
All right, fantastic.
I want to use a healing potion.
So you all are about 200 feet away from the gates. And between you is a mess of Vlaka and these worm things all erupting up and around each other, trying to fight their way towards the gate, while the mercs, dirtbats mercs, the Red Planet Regiment, and the remaining guards on the wall are trying desperately to shoot and cover for them.
Okay.
So let's why don't we jump into an initiative?
Just a little initiative. Just like as a treat.
Just a little
initiative.
initiative,
Just as a
including myself.
Right, you are
I don't see
elsewhere.
myself.
Okay, cool. Yes, including you, but we will place you elsewhere appropriately.
Exactly.
All right, fantastic.
Cool.
All right.
Ooh.
I've got 18, Mr. Melees. Oh wait, no,
I've done
you
it.
rolled.
I've done it.
I'm
for you.
sorry.
It's good. No, you're quite all right.
I'm so
it's
sorry.
quite all right. Up first is Kia.
I don't see
Alright.
my marker on the
No,
map.
did I already take my turn
There it is.
by stabbing?
No. This is fresh.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna run to the one that I stabbed,
Absolutely.
remove the spear, and I'm gonna go, I guess, kind of around the corner to like there. Why can't I move you? Come here, sweetie.
Do you have the right tool?
What? Yes.
Yes.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's like
Ah.
It's making me reload it. My internet's not amazing.
It happens. It happens.
But I'm
Oh,
moving
snap.
around the corner to that area.
Yeah. Can you ping it for me?
Well, it's reloading. It's
Okay.
not,
That's
there's nothing on
then,
it.
then no, you cannot.
No, I cannot, and I'm very sorry. I wish I could. Oh, okay. So just like around the corner to like here.
Absolutely. Beautiful. So
Yeah.
you slip around the corner.
Just to kind of gauge, like get a look at it and see what kind of attacks it makes.
Mhm.
Do like a big old life science zoology.
Go for it. Why don't you
scanneroo.
make that check for me?
I will. And that's a nat 1, folks.
Jesus.
So
Hey.
in
We're
total,
just ones and 20s.
I know, it's wild. In total, that's an 11, I would say.
Yeah.
Oh no, in total, that's a 14.
Absolutely. So as you like hold it and run around the corner, it starts to burn inside of your hands, and you like drop it just in time for it to explode in front of you. You don't take any damage as this thing erupts, right? And little pieces fly over. Your armor takes the brunt of it. But that's apparently what happens when these things die. All right.
Cool.
That is the end of your turn, Amaruk.
Cool. We
Dex,
gone
I'm so
Duke.
sorry.
What's wrong, Dex?
No, it's just like they explode. That means, ooh boy, if they're on people, then the people explode.
Yeah. No, we don't
That's
want that
not
to happen,
ideal.
but it is a thing. Suddenly Seymour, I cannot find my foundry. 1 second. There it is. Okay. Right. Too many things. There it is. Okay. So I'm going to move. Sorry, the door is on which side?
The
of
right
this?
side.
The right side. Okay, so we've got to move through it anyways. So
Yeah.
it's fine. All right, so she's gonna move up to this one here.
The closest one, yeah.
Yeah. And begin carving a way through her foes.
Beautiful.
I wish I could pick this up. I'm trying to, but I can't. But you've done it, so it's perfect. Okay, great. So we do an attack.
That's a Vlaka. I understand your
those are
confusion.
Vlaka?
Yes, there are Vlaka and worms. There are
And
no
then the little
brutes.
purple thing.
Oh, the purple ones are worms. Okay. Cool.
The small purple ones. Yes.
Purple worms.
So let me see.
Cool.
Let me see. We're gonna take you back. We got you.
Yeah.
And what's your speed again?
My speed is 30 feet, I believe.
Great. So you can't quite make it to a worm and attack this round. But you can
Okay.
get close. You can get in range of both of these if that's what you would desire.
Well, I don't want to do that
many?
Alright.
because
Could-
I don't feel the need to die quite
Could
yet.
she
Mhm.
full charge?
You know,
You can- she
Castor's
can-
got a point there. Yeah, you could just
Okay.
barrel through.
Good.
Yeah.
move 60 feet, and if you have a base attack bonus above a 1,
Yeah.
then you can use that action in order to
Make an attack. Yeah.
make an attack.
Okay,
with
great.
a penalty of -2 to attack and -2 AC.
Boom! Make that attack.
Okay, great.
Super into that.
All right. 20. 20. God, 16 plus 11 is 27. -3, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It is still
Yep.
a hit. Roll that damage.
Okay. Great.
Mm.
I do it. I do roll the damage.
Roll the
Yeah.
Sweet
damage.
dams. And what I'm going to do? Can I pump anything in here? Can I get crazy? No,
Get
because
crazy.
its plasma sheath would make it deal fire damage, and I have a feeling that's not going to be a great idea here. All right, great. Moving along. So 2d6. We got a this, and we got a this. God, those aren't great rolls. Okay, 3 plus 11 is 14, 15, 16 damage.
Splat! That thing goes down, Amaruk.
I do get a
boom.
cleave because if I hit something and there's one
You
within 5 feet of it.
absolutely do. Roll
Okay.
a reflex save first.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So reflex save is
Mhm.
16.
You're good. You are absolutely good. It explodes, but you're able to get your arm up in front of your face, and the shrapnel
Cool.
from its carapace shatters across your arm.
Carcopus.
Is that not the way you say the word?
Carapace,
Carapace.
but like you
Carapace.
always say
Also-
carcopus, and it's my favorite thing about how much you love bugs. Bugs.
But
Okay.
it's the combination between carcass and carapace is a
Yeah,
carcass.
it's true, and it's great, and I love it so much.
It's a portmanteau.
So this would be an unnatural 20, a
That's a
dirty
hit.
20. All right, great.
Mm.
Go, Amaru, go. Ha! Oh, that's an okay. Okay. 7, 18, 19, 20. 20 damage.
That is a hit. Roll damage. Oh wait, that is a damage. It's dead. Roll a reflex
Yeah,
save.
Okay. Hi-ya.
Everyone, memorize your
God,
reflex
that's
save.
not good. All right. Altogether, that is a 6.
That is a 6. All right, you are going to take a total of 6 points of damage. As it
Cool.
explodes and little shards pop up into your face and puncture holes in your armor. All right, Jabby. My dude.
Okay, let's see distance. That's I can take my full move action, I guess. That'd be 60 feet. I would love to stand on top of this cart here.
Great, I love that.
Yeah, that way I'm not directly on the ground.
Yeah. I got you. Shwoop-a-boop-loop-oo.
And just gonna look around and get ready for my next turn.
Fantastic. That's all? That's all she wrote?
Yep. all she
All
wrote.
right, great. Caster. So as you rush forward, right, through this, through the chaos that's emerging around you, and these things are erupting out, one of them leaps at you, right, kind of, and you realize that they have a tendency to try to scoot around back of you before they make their attack, and one of them leaps at your, let's say derriere, per se. Would you roll a reflex save for me?
I absolutely would.
But
Your booty.
Whoa. That is a 27.
27. Fantastic. You easily use your cane to slap it aside, leaving yourself safe. But the next thing that you realize is that if this is what's coming up, then the Kingfisher isn't going to do any good, right? The Kingfisher it only has large weapons that are only going to be able to destroy something of a significant size. You're going to kill a lot of Vlaka along with these worms if you go to the Kingfisher. However, you might be able to grab the Kingfisher and pick people up instead.
That's
Right.
exactly
From
what I was planning
exposed
to
areas. Great. I'm so glad I got there later than you did. Great. All right. Fantastic. That is the end of your turn. All right. So chaos continues down here. This sucker down here jumps. I'm gonna move a bunch of these baddies around as they leap on top of the Vlaka around them. Trying to, and as they do, you see that they like jump in, latch on, and their various different tentacles start to like tear apart the skin in like a very remarkably delicate area. And then as they do that, they're like trying desperately to use the rest of their body to push themselves underneath.
No, 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 no.
Yeah, sounds about right.
No.
Yeah. There it is.
Bug parts.
that?
Bug parts.
Bug parts in ya.
Parts.
God. No.
I'm gonna take this one off of this one and have him rush over towards you, Amaruk. Amaruk, what's your armor class?
Well, it is -2 right now, so which one, EAC or KAC?
EAC, thank you.
19.
Fantastic. One of them leaps up towards you and latches onto your armor, but isn't able to get any serious purchase into it. However, it is now grappling on top of you.
Okay.
This one dashes backwards and hits there. Meanwhile, the Vlaka themselves are rushing forward to the best of their ability, dashing ahead, trying to get out of the chaos around them. These two dash down here. So many tokens. I wanted to make an epic, and there's so much to move. There's so much going on. I've
Need to
trapped
move the
myself.
camera.
I know, right? There's a lot that's happening, and the thing that you notice is that even the ones that have several of the ones that have worms on them are still running towards
Miles,
the gate.
if you want to move the camera over, since we're not using about half of the screen.
If we move it too much, then we don't see the details.
Oh, then
it's like
okay,
impossible
great.
to see.
Mm.
But I am going to do a quick sweep now. Thank you so much, Anne.
Cool. Yeah.
All right.
Thank
Speaking
you.
of which, it's Kia's turn. What you gonna do?
Great. So I'm gonna rejoin my compatriots with this new knowledge.
Great.
So, hello.
Woo.
Hello?
It's not letting me choose my token. I don't know what's
That
going
is
on.
supremely strange. I don't know why that is.
Great. Thank you. So yeah, I'm just joining my compatriots. Why is that? Help me.
Because I this scene was imported from Roll20, so all of the data is not quite right.
Gotcha,
So I got
gotcha,
it. I got
gotcha.
you. I fixed it.
Okay.
I'm fixing it.
Cool.
Cool. So I am just gonna run up and be like, can we all get out of the way and like corral them into one space and then just like pew 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 at them? And then they can blow up each other. What if they blow up each other?
Yeah, so Amaruk just kind of looks at you over her shoulder and goes, because there's one like on her. She's like, maybe.
Oh no.
And then I'll take a swat at the one on you.
Okay.
We won't be too chaotic. So I just like I have my spear out anyway, so I'm gonna try to like just kind of like spear that and then just kind of fling it off the end of my spear.
Amazing.
If possible. So that is it's not good. That's an 8.
It's fine. It's fine.
That
Whoops.
is a miss as you stab forward, but you don't manage to hit Amaruk with the stab. All right, you're gonna have to be a little bit closer to Amaruk to do that. but it's
Sorry, Amaruk. I was trying to get the little bugger.
Bugger.
All right, is that the end of your turn, Kia?
It is indeed, Miles.
All right, that means it's Amaruk's turn.
Woo! Gonna need it. Okay, so I'm gonna take a full attack against this guy. What kind of minuses do I have for being grappled? Or am I grappled?
You're
Or
not really
did you just-
I mean, like, sure, you're
He's just-
grappled, but it's
yeah,
so
but not
small,
technically.
right? It's
Okay.
it's like being wrestled by a pixie.
Cool. I'm gonna cut into it. All right.
Niche.
Cool. 16 to hit on the first one.
I feel like no matter what I say today, I'm gonna get under your skin, Dex.
Yeah.
Probably. That is a hit.
Literally too.
Okay, great. Boop, beep, boop, 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 35, 16, 17, 18, 18
Beautiful.
damage.
So you pull this thing off of you and stab your mote of force through it, or not force, I guess. It's just slashing.
I stabbed my claw weapon.
Your claw
through it.
weapon
Mm.
through it.
It's made of hard light, and it's really cool. It's like Wolverine.
And
really
it collapses to the ground, but you're able to throw it away so you don't have to roll a reflex save.
Yeah.
Is that the end of your
Cool.
turn?
I guess, yeah, because I was doing a full action, which requires me not to move. But I had to, I guess I had to declare it before I did it.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool, that's it. There's
All
nothing else within 5 feet of it.
Beautiful.
So.
Jabby. You're up.
I'm going to run across these cart tops and over to this worm right here.
Yes.
And I take my hand, the middle right hand, and use my restraining spinneret. So basically a
Mhm.
web shooter, but webs flail out from there, and I need to roll to hit with it. That is a 22.
That is a hit.
Okay, so on a hit, it is restrained. I'm sorry, it is entangled. So it gets a -2 to its
nice.
AC, attack rolls, reflex saving throws, initiative checks, and dex-based skills and ability checks.
Beautiful. It has failed. So as your webs hit it, it tears it off the back of this Vlaka, who gives a as it does, and it like slams it out across the street, bouncing a few times as it wriggles fiercely inside of this web. All right, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, that's my turn.
All right, fantastic. Caster, you continue your mad dash towards the Kingfisher. You realize that you're almost there, but there's a family of Vlaka, 2 pups and a mother, who are right down an alleyway and are cornered on both sides by 3 of these things.
Oh.
Great. Can I throw a hollow grenade towards the group of 3 baddies?
Yes, do it. I don't even need you to roll that, dude. You could just yeet that out the side. That's just the best tactic ever. I love that so much.
Just throw that and then just tell them, come on, this way.
Exactly. I love that. You hear, oh, I'm Caster from down the way, while the wolves run out of the...
At your service.
And this little... as the things leap towards the holographic Caster. All right.
Love it.
Kia, we're back around to you. She's gone.
She's back.
No,
She's
I'm
back.
here. Hello.
Oh.
And so I'm going to go for this one who has yet to, I guess, attack this friend. So I'm going to move on over here.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's entangled.
This one's entangled.
Yes.
Okay. Then I'll work on this one.
All right, sounds good.
There's always someone that needs help, and I'm not going to roll with that same dice that I was rolling. And this time I have my spear still out. Might as well give her a little workout today. And that is a nat 20. What is happening?
What's with your dice?
So,
I don't
it's
even.
great.
I
I
don't even
don't
need you
know.
to roll.
I'm
What are
not
you
questioning
doing?
it.
Great. I could just like skip every other turn, you know?
Yeah,
Just
we're
like,
done.
No.
21. Great. So I take my spear and I kind of like bob it. So I do a little kebab motion and like get it,
Yeah.
and then I fling it like to fling the critter off the end of my spear away from everybody.
Kia, I have an
so-
idea that I'll let you do because you
Yes.
rolled a natural 20. I
Yeah.
say you spear forwards, right? Oh my god, words and me today. You spear forward and you cleanly puncture this thing's side, and it like rears backwards, its tentacles detaching from the Vlaka that it's trying to pull itself into. And you bring your spear over and drop it next to the other one that's entangled next to you.
Yes.
And this one
Yes.
explodes, causing the next one to explode as well, and they're both gone. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
oh yeah, see,
freaking.
that's what I was talking about, everyone. That's the thing. We gotta get them to explode each other, idiots.
All right, Amaruk.
Amaruk is just like it's amazing. Like she's just like never been happier to be fighting alongside anybody.
Panting.
Yeah, be
'cause
still
it's great.
dissociating.
Everywhere.
Yeah. Okay. So I can't see. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. These are all things. Where this is one of them?
Would you roll over again?
Where is the closest one? I can't. It's this purple boy, right?
There.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Right up there. Okay. Wait, that's
That's Spark.
yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Hiya!
From the dead.
Okay. I will now fight. Hiya. Cool. 22 to hit.
Hit.
Oh god, I dropped one of my dice. Okay.
No.
All right. Oh god, it's not good. All right, let me see. Oh Jesus Christ, that's the double snake eyes. You hate to see it. All right. 13, 15.
Great. You cleave through it.
Yeah. Man, if we could just get some of these in the same area, I'm fully attuned now, and I'm ready to
Ready to
supernova.
rebel.
Although I don't know if supernova would do anything to them. I have no idea.
All right. Fantastic.
Rally.
Is that the end of your turn, Amaruk?
I don't believe I can do anything else. Is he dead?
He is dead. Yeah.
Okay. Did I need to roll a reflex save for you?
You rolled well enough. I didn't think so.
Okay, great.
Going fast and loose.
So
Now that you guys
5,
know that
10
it happens, if you're having like a clean kill, it feels like you're kicking the thing away before it explodes,
Okay.
right?
That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. I'll take it. I'll take whatever kind
Yeah,
of mercy you want
right.
to give me at any time. Okay, so I went 5, 10, okay, 15, 20.
No, chat. Tell me if I'm
20
being too nice.
Okay, cool.
He's not being
I'm
too
gonna
nice.
I'm gonna stay here and wait so I can try and get this one off of that guy.
All right. Fantastic. Fan-freaking-tastic. Jabberwocky. You up.
Still dissociating. I'm just like, I don't want to hit things right now. Spending a resolve point, gonna use the spinnerette again. That is a total of 8.
8.
Nope, that's a 10.
That's
That's
a
still
10.
not great.
That is a
Yeah.
miss. It
Yeah.
flies wide over the shoulder of a running Vlaka. All right, Caster, you are up.
I'm up. All right. So I'm running with this family of pups.
Absolutely,
and-
you are. You're very, very close to the Kingfisher when suddenly out of the ground burst 10 of these things and start to rush towards you.
Great. Is it just the one path? Yeah, the one path.
Yeah,
that goes
it's like
there?
it's like a thin alleyway that's leading down. It's probably about 15 feet wide.
I have a frag grenade and a smoke grenade. I'm gonna save the other grenade. that I
I
have,
will.
though. You want me to throw a frag at it?
Whatever you want to do.
I think frag is what's needed here.
All
I
right,
think
roll
that's a
for
good-
it.
Thank you
All
for
right.
those bits, Bacon Golem.
We
Thank you
Oh,
for
love
rolling.
shoot!
Bacon
Thanks
bits.
for the bits.
Thanks, bits.
Bacon bits. Oh my
Bacon
god.
bits.
Oh,
Now I'm hungry.
Okay.
It's true.
So it was a nat 1, but all total that is a what is that? So it's strength. No, it even misses.
Oh no. Oh.
That's okay.
God.
Okay,
That's
it
okay.
misses.
That's okay. That's fine.
Okay, this happens.
Denial. My favorite river.
Let me roll a thing because I have to punish you for this. All right. So
You have
the grenade bounces forward and then ricochets backwards at you.
Great.
I need you to roll a reflex save, and I'm rolling a reflex save for the family.
Oh, jeez.
Oh no.
Oh, don't put this on Caster Miles. It's Dex save, yeah?
Yes.
Oh.
Reflex.
Oh, reflex. That's
Yeah.
because it's
Different game. Different game.
Starfinder. That's a 16.
Great. You
Uh,
make it. You manage to
Sweet.
just
Sweet.
barely duck underneath it, but the like moment of reflex makes you completely forget that this family is next to you, so you don't do anything to cover them as you try to save yourself. And the explosion goes off, and there's the ringing in your ears commences as you stumble back to your feet, and you see these creatures wriggling across the ground towards you, undaunted by the explosion. And you look back to check, like, worried about seeing the worst, but the mother has jumped on top of her kids, and there's just soot on top of them, and they're all intact.
Oh.
It was close. But
Puppies.
puppies.
Puppies!
Miles.
The popes.
But we are back around end of the order. As people continue to rush towards safety, rush towards home to the best that they can, but you realize that they're bringing the worms with them,
Yeah.
and as they get closer, there's like absolute confusion happening at the gate as people are trying to tear these worms off of each other, and the ground begins to rumble.
Oh God, these fucking worms.
Oh no, the dogs have worms.
Worm up. We need heartworm medication on these doggos. Stat.
How dare you?
Heartworm medication.
man.
Oh my God.
Disgust
We need some
me.
canine advances.
Monster.
So let me see. There's a bit of a choke up happening here. Let me get some
This is not
doggos.
the
Spread
vibe.
these doggos out.
Surprise! Thank you for those bits. It's just a bit kind of day.
We love getting bitty.
Thank you.
We love these bits.
We love these
Getting
bits.
bitty with it. Nah, 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 nah.
Okay.
Bitty committee.
Okay. So this guy has rushed past you, Amaroki. You are going to get an attack of opportunity.
Cool, love that. And Awu. All right. 25 to hit.
25 to hit. You roll damage. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. 19 damage in total.
Splat. You cut the thing in two and push the Vlaka on ahead of you.
Yeah. Can I? Oh, never mind. It's not my turn. I gotcha.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead.
No, you're quite all right.
I got excited.
I'm gonna make some worms. I'm gonna make some worm happen.
Why
Jabby, why
gotta
don't
do
you roll a
that,
computers
Miles?
check?
I would love to roll a computer's check. I'm gonna go with this one because that's my favorite color.
Yeah.
And math means that's a night. So sorry. That's not math.
You
That's
good?
incorrect. Boop doop. Okay, that is a 23.
That is a 23. So
Yes.
this is like, there are a series of waves coming, right? And each one of them, your like bad sensor roll from earlier is still kind of, but it's still harrying you. So it's hard to see exactly what's going on, right? But you haven't gotten through a 16th of the total worms that are coming.
That's fine.
1/16. Glad I'm dissociating now.
We love dissociation.
Great. We're not even through a 16th of these, and they're just gonna keep coming. So we need to think of something. That was like 6 seconds.
Absolutely. That was 6 seconds. It's true, but it's fine. We'll live through it. All
Okay.
right. It is
Disgusting.
Kia's turn again.
Great. So, naturally, the Sailor Moon transformation begins. Red glows in my forehead. A small disc seems to just explode from my cranium. And I go, "No more worms!" And I fling my force disc and attempt to hit these bibbies. Let's see. That's a nat 20 again.
Yo!
Yes!
Look at that.
Okay, so 26 to hit.
Great. That's a hit.
1. Great. And then a 15, so that is 21 for the next.
A hit.
Great. That is 17
A
for the
hit.
next. Okay. That is not as good, but that is a 15 to hit.
A hit?
Yes.
How many
yes,
can you
yes.
do?
I do 6, I believe.
Great.
5.
A miss.
One more.
Wait,
What?
5? Oh, 5. Cool. I thought
5
that was a
creatures
total.
in total. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
And then that is a 16.
That's 5
Yes.
hits!
Great.
Get 'em!
So now we do the dams. The first one gets more damage. So the first one gets 3d6
Oh my gosh.
worth of force damage.
Mm.
So that is 11 damage
Great.
for the
Okay.
first.
I'm going to let that carry on across all of them so that we save some time. Sound
Great.
good?
Cool.
So
Your
so
force
that's
disc
just going
flees
in the
out
circle.
from your head, like hits the one in front of you, ricochets off to the side, boom, 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 and several of them just explode into pieces, and then several like secondary explosions pop off as they erupt out. All right, fantastic. Is that the end of your turn, Kia?
I'm gonna move over here towards my pal Jabby, who seems to be a little out of it, a little dissociaty, and I'm just gonna check in. How you doing?
And
And we're on to the next turn.
Great.
Yep.
Okay.
Great.
Cool.
Amaruk.
I am currently.
We all see what you've been
attempting-
doing.
I've been trying to. I'm touching too many things. I need to get rid of whatever this is.
Yeah, I got you. So this is the
Help
size
me.
of your thing, right?
Yeah. Cool. That's perfect.
Right
so
there.
I want to run in here.
Yeah.
I
want to
gonna-
run where love is. Boom.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm gonna go ahead and supernova, in this area, and it should hit these 4 boys here. For
Roll them.
a d6 per level. So currently, d6 per level plus the first one that you get for free. So that's 9d6 altogether. All right. 2, 4, 5.
Do it.
Do
it. Do it. Do that math.
Do it.
No,
Do it.
God,
Do
don't
it.
say things. Okay, 11, 15, 16, and oh God, 22, 23, 24.
I'm gonna save you some
25,
time. They're all
26.
dead.
Yeah, it's 26.
They're all dead.
Yay.
Nice.
I, however,
like,
need you to, because you were surrounded
Yeah.
by them, I need you to
Yeah,
roll a larger reflex save with
Okay,
higher
that's
stakes.
Fine. Hiya! Okay, 14 altogether.
14, that is not quite enough. The
Okay,
eruption
cool.
goes off all around you, dealing some damage back to you. 8 points of damage as
Okay,
these
cool.
shards erupt
So,
out and hit you, tearing into the
she-
back of some of the other Vlaka as well. Continue, Anne.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. She sees this opportunity. She sees the force disc and is basically like holding, kind of chomping at the bit to go running the way like race dogs get ready, like
Yeah.
before it's time to hit the track. And she, at this point, has seen this trick from Kia a couple of times and waits for the moment, and then pounces and lands like three-point landing in the middle of them. Her eyes begin to glow, bright, radiant light leaking out of them in every direction as her moat kind of begins to quiet. It's as if her eyes are kind of sucking the energy from that bright celestial moat that spins and orbits her head. It dims and then kaboom! Just explodes in a corona of fire damage.
Fantastic. Oh, wait, it's fire damage?
Yeah. So,
Ooh. This
But
whole place is a powder keg.
well, I wanted to know, right?
Yeah.
Are they completely immune?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, now we
Right.
know.
Yeah.
Kaboom! And she's like, ah, oh no.
And they all turn to you.
Oh.
Cool. Now we know for sure. Fuck.
Sorry for
God
not managing that
it.
well.
No, it's okay. Sorry, I should have said fire damage. In
Thank
the
you so
beginning.
much. Regardless, that is the end of your turn.
Yeah, we learned something today.
We did learn something today. Jabby, can we take advantage of what we learned?
Yes, we can.
Also,
The one. Yeah.
these were right next to each other, Miles.
You got it. Thank you.
Just for next time when I can hit them.
Yeah. I would like to cast Energy Ray on the one in front of me. Uh,
Great.
so ooby dooby, that plus that. Does a 14 hit?
A 14 does not hit. Ooh,
Oh
so
no.
close.
So Frost Energy gathers around his wrist and shoots off, but he gets distracted and it goes over it.
Oh, just barely misses. All right. Is that the end of your turn, Jabby?
Um, yeah, I'm just gonna stay here. I don't want it to attack Kia
I'm just
either.
gonna stay. I'm just gonna hide. All right. I respect that. Caster. Um. So these things are approaching you, right? And as you stand up to face them, how are you intending? Tell the story of you standing up to face them, or what you're gonna do. Sorry.
Um, well, I had the idea of throwing a smoke grenade to cover us, and then running through in the chaos.
I absolutely adore that. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Right,
Beautiful.
so take away one of my smoke grenades.
Yeah.
So he's gonna like slowly like kind of like not try to make any sudden movements as he's standing up, and from his belt he's gonna unclip the smoke grenade. He's gonna like, I don't have time for this. And, oh, before he says that, he's gonna be like, cover your mouth, please.
Beautiful. Smoke erupts out, and you dash through the chaos, or through the fog that you've created, and emerge out on the other side. And as you do, the ground rumbles yet again, and more of them wiggle out into the open as everyone begins to run ahead. The
Oh,
rest of the
yeah,
Vlaka
that's right.
dashing forwards. The rest of the worms moving with them. What's up? Did you have something else you wanted to do?
I was gonna do it on my turn, but it's too late. I forgot to do it, so that's on me.
That is on you. It's true.
Yeah, it was just gonna be. I was gonna try and have the Vlaka. I was gonna try to convince the Vlaka that had the purple stuff to stay and fight and stop running forward, but that's not in my control right now.
That's not gonna happen. Not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Um,
This is not gonna happen for me, so I'll just go fuck myself.
What can I say?
And as these worms continue to move forward, hunting more and more Vlaka, and as they start to turn their attention towards you, suddenly they freeze. And all of the sound around you is sucked out of the air. And Caster, you like stumble as this sudden change happens, and you hear, not inside of your ears, but inside of your head, this voice that says, "Kiru of the Kingfisher, I need your help. I'm trapped and I don't have much." The sound washes back in, and suddenly all of them start to move again, leaping forward at you. Amaruk, several of them rush towards you. Several dash down towards Kia. That one next to Jabby, you bet he's coming for Jabby. Oh God, Amaruk.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
Amaruk.
fine. I have cleave. Maybe. I want this. This is the perfect scenario.
All right,
Oh,
I'm gonna do
spin for days.
some d20 rolls. What is your kinetic AC again, Amaruk?
Mine?
Yes.
I'll tell you.
I'd love to hear.
It's 22.
22. All right, that is one solid hit. That is two solid hits.
Okay. I'm starting to like this plan a
That
lot
is
less.
three solid hits.
Okay.
Huh.
All right.
Oh, girl.
Oh, girl.
It's
Oh,
fine.
girl.
It's fine. It's fine.
All right,
I'm
so-
gonna it's gonna be okay.
All right, I need to roll some damage for you, Amaruk.
Yeah. I'm sure that
are
you do.
going
But
to
like, what if? What if? We did it.
What if no?
Big brain here. All right, that is 14 points of damage as several
that's
of them
much
start
less
to
than I thought it was
tear into your arms and legs. However, with this many of them grappling you, you can't like move anymore, right? The weight for
Yeah.
them is beginning to hold you down, and you're now stuck with these things attached to your back. And you realize that they no longer have to roll to attack to hit you anymore. The ones that have hit you, they're just burrowing into your flesh.
Okay,
Oh.
so don't like that. But you know what? We'll cover what I'm gonna do about it later.
Meanwhile, for Kia, we have some burrow boys. What is your kinetic AC, Kia?
17.
17. I have 2 hits for you.
Oh boy.
And they did not roll well. That is 7 points of damage for you. And
Nice,
Jabby, that is a miss against you. All right, that is the end of their turn. Chaos has ensued. Kia, what are you up to?
So the ones that have started burrowing into me, I would like to do kind of a mind thrust, but it's gonna be one of these weird things. Instead of like coming straight from my like cranium, my little third eye area, it's gonna pulse through my entire body, and it's gonna feel almost like a sonic like doosh to try and like get them off. So I'm gonna send them the image of the most beautiful looking specimen for skin burrowing, so someone very large with a lot of wrinkles so that it can get underneath.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
So
Many wrinkles.
Heinous.
So someone that it's like they don't even have to work; they can just like slide on in.
Oh. Blech.
Great. So you need to roll against an 18 wisdom.
Great,
I
and this is
suppose.
all of them?
The ones that are I guess I have to just do one.
You just
don't
have to
I?
do one?
I do
Okay.
have to just do
Okay.
one.
Well,
So one of them that is on me.
it was cool.
already.
It's definitely a failure. That one actually, in the pure ecstasy of this vision of the perfect burrower, the perfect burrowee, shall we say, just explodes. Pop!
Perfect.
Oh.
It's as if
that worked.
as if to say, like, it will never get better than that.
Not a good
I've
enough
seen
reason to
God
use the word
this day.
ecstasy.
Roll a reflex save with disadvantage because he's in you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Ah.
So
You're
that was
welcome.
a nat 1, so that's a 5.
Oh!
And I
that's...
can't roll lower than that, so
That's an additional... Oh, they didn't roll well. That's an additional 8 points of damage, you lucky son of a gun.
alright, I
Yeah,
can
I
do
know,
that.
right? You're like, okay, that's
Man.
not bad.
It's fine. It's fine.
We'll be okay. Oh, right. Next up,
Fine.
Amaruk. Can you nuke?
Okay. Well, I'm gonna try. Given my circumstances, I can still attack. Like, I could do a full attack action. 'Cause
absolutely.
You just said I can't move, but I don't,
Yes.
in fact, need to move.
Absolutely.
So, hiya, 24 to hit
Mm-hmm.
on the first one,
Yeah.
and a cleave into the next one is the same. Is a 23 to hit.
Great. So,
So
what's
that's
your
my first attack.
What's your minimum damage?
Let's see. If I rolled 2 ones, it would be 15.
Yeah. So, I'm just gonna delete 2 of them.
Okay, great. And then I'll make my second attack as a
Go
part of the
for it.
full
Yeah.
action. Cool. 19 to
Hit.
hit. Okay. Cool. And then I'll cleave into the next one. Ooh, that's probably not so good. That is a 10 to hit.
That's a miss.
Okay, so I'll roll for the damage on the first one. And we know it'll die, right?
Yeah.
Because my
Don't
minimum damage
roll
is
for
enough.
damage.
Okay,
Just roll
I
for
won't.
reflex
Okay,
twice.
I will. Hiya!
with disadvantage both times.
Oh God. Disadvantage. Okay, we're just using disadvantage because we like the rule, right?
Yes.
As opposed to okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. 17. What's the second one gonna be? Okay,
That's a
so
success.
altogether, so the 17 is a success.
Mhm.
The next one I rolled though was a 9.
All right. So 1 failure, 1 success. You are going to
Okay.
take a total of 10 damage. They did not roll well,
Cool.
too well as well.
So as they kind of crowd in
Mhm.
against her, and she is kind of like has that look that Angelica, what's her face has at the end of Ever After
Mhm.
when she's trying to get everybody to like speak for her, and Danielle
Yeah.
is like standing there as queen, and she's like, "Well, it seems a lot of people are out of town." Like that's kind of the kind of like as these things kind of like as her last full out supernova did absolutely jack nothing. And now she's just, getting climbed upon, and she reaches deep down within herself, and she says, "Objects aren't legacies. I am." And she just begins ripping and shredding into these things and like stabbing
Fantastic.
into them and whipping them off of her body.
Love that. Jabby, it's your turn.
So this first one, just like it leapt at me,
Yeah.
trying to latch on.
Yeah.
Um, he does not like that trigger, so he is going to uh, he's going to inject nanobots as
Doing it.
his symbols on his hands light up and the eyes wash over black as necrotic energy coats his arms,
Ooh.
and that's an 18 to hit.
That is a hit. That thing just
Yeah.
shrivels up as the nanobots tear it apart. That thing is gone. All right, Jabba, do you have any more action for your turn?
He freaks out and runs on top of this cart.
Fan-freaking-tastic. Just dashes away. I
Checking
respect
in.
that. Yeah.
Miles, I killed 3 of these things, so another one of these should be gone.
You killed 3? Okay, I thought that you only hit twice.
I hit on the first one, which meant I could cleave into the next one. So then I hit on my second action because I took a full attack action.
Great. I didn't
and
hear
then,
a
I didn't
third
hit on
number.
the cleave.
I didn't hear a third number. That was my confusion.
Yeah.
Great. Fantastic. All right, Jabby, that is the end of your turn. Back around to Castor, who finally reaches the Kingfisher, heading on inside and booting up, and you're able to take off this turn. Where are you going, Castor?
Gosh, do I go back to the gates, to the keep gates?
You gotta figure it out.
Oh gosh,
you're on your own.
I know, I'm on my own. I'll at least call them to tell them that I'm at the Kingfisher.
Great.
Like, Castor 9 Tamaruk, I am at the Kingfisher.
The sound of screaming.
Little busy. And all you hear is like, "I am," because she's in the middle of like her impassioned fight speech.
And then the microphone on the comm unit peaking.
Yeah.
As she's just
Yeah.
Accuracy. Yeah. There's a lot of roaring, but it seems like maybe she heard you.
He's like, I hear you're busy, so I'm gonna go and rescue some people. Okay. All right. So I assume that the family's like in the Kingfisher as well.
Yeah.
Great. So he's gonna hop in the pilot's seat and he's gonna turn back and go, "Everybody, buckle up. Might be a bumpy ride."
They look for seats.
True.
All right.
And then I'm going to go find some place where people are needing rescuing.
Absolutely, yes. Great.
Nice.
We'll deal with that next round. Fantastic.
Great.
All right, back around. The chaos on the gate is only continuing to intensify. As the people inside can't quite figure out whether or not to let these people from outside in or not. Let me roll some things to figure out how things are going. All right. Okay. Yeah? Yeah, Anne? Dancy head?
I'm ready.
You ready?
She do a dance of victory.
It's like for so long I had cleave, and there was just nothing ever to cleave. But now in the last, I would say 5 to 6 episodes, I've finally been able to truly
You've been
live.
cleaving.
Mm-hmm.
She's leaving it to Cleaver. I don't know. It's Cleave.
Cliv, claff, cleave.
Yeah.
Cleave
Love it.
makes me feel good.
Oh my goodness.
That was absolutely awful.
Cleaving on a jet plane.
There can be miracles if you be cleave.
Oh my God.
Gotta tell him that I'm cleaving.
Oh yeah, it's
Never
been that
come
many
back
rounds.
again.
So up ahead, the thing that starts to happen is that
Oh, no.
several of these,
Vlaka die.
well, they're now brutes.
Mm,
Or no,
That-
actually, I'm so sorry. They're not brutes. They've just collapsed.
Oh no.
not good.
And
Not
they are
great either.
on their way to being brutes.
To becoming
Yeah.
brutes. Okay. They're brute larvae.
But I mean, there was
Please
nothing
elaborate.
we could do about that. Like, I want to feel
Mhm.
bad about it, and I certainly mourn, but I'm
You
gonna
have-
let myself cry later.
Yeah, just so you're awareness,
Yeah.
you have not been communicating with base and your series of soldiers back there, right? So they've been without
Oh.
clear leadership this whole time.
Oh dear.
Right.
Oh shit.
So they've been
Well-
making their own decisions, and the dice have been deciding what they've been doing,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, okay.
I see.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
So you guys do have power over this situation, right?
Mhm.
And I don't want to like gotcha, right? I want to
Right.
enable you
Right.
to
Yeah.
use it.
Yeah, you
that's
could.
that's totally fine. Just to be like kind of clear where I am with that is
Mhm.
that like Caster did say that they reached out to base
Mhm.
and that they were gonna do something, but they never it didn't seem like that was something we could ask for more of at the
Mhm.
time. To
Oh,
me.
I'm so sorry.
Um,
Yeah. No.
So I was kind of just going with it because I thought like they knew and therefore they would do
Great.
something or
Well,
show
then
up.
in the
Yeah.
effort of not gotchaing you,
Yeah.
right? Because
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
no fun.
Mhm.
Do we wanna renege some actions and take some control over that situation?
I mean, what I would have liked to imply was at some point at the gates, right?
Mhm.
Making sure that they only let Vlaka in who are not being attacked,
Mhm.
and that there are people there helping the other Vlaka fight outside the gates,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and not like, you know,
Mhm. Yeah. So
get inside with everybody.
let's talk about being at the gates. Let's
Mhm.
talk about what it's like
being
on
dating
those
at the
gates. Because
Yeah.
if they start engaging the creatures that are like on top of the Vlaka, then they have a high chance of just shooting Vlaka, right?
Right.
Right.
Mm.
So even with orders, right, your fairly reasonable security staff is going to have
Mhm.
trouble with that situation,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And like going out into the chaos is also difficult. So like what
Right.
what specifically, and let's like go a couple turns back, right? Let's
Yeah.
like go back into the past, right? What do you want them to have done? I feel like I'm just
Yeah.
confusing you 100%.
I don't know what options I have, so I'm
Yeah.
finding it hard to like
This
because
is
the one option I gave you, which is I'm not mad that you're like, well, it
Mhm.
doesn't exactly work like that, but like the one option I gave you is like, well, that wouldn't happen, right? Or it
no,
would be difficult in this
absolutely.
way.
And here's I
Um,
think why
Mhm.
we're having trouble is because I've
Yeah.
created a problem that I don't have a clear solution to,
Uh-huh.
right?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
I love
Absolutely.
When you do that.
Question.
Yeah, that's such a
Well-
Miles Duffield move. I love it.
So
Um,
I'm sorry for that.
Yeah.
And I know I'm not because it's the best part is because you guys
Yeah,
get to
no,
honestly
I'm
solve
to
the
be clear,
thing.
I'm down with that. I
Mhm.
just
Yeah.
I don't know what's available to me, and so I don't know how to ask for it.
For
I
real.
would say that like
Yeah. Does anyone else have any thoughts about this?
do.
Yeah, Dex, go for
yeah,
it.
Dex, go.
I'd actually like to have the medical drones work on deworming people because they don't actually have weapons on them.
Great.
They're just for doing surgery and stuff like
I'm
that.
so into that. Caster, do you have anything?
I don't know if I can really do anything.
It's not about you. We're talking about general solutions, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
whoa. General solutions. Jeez.
Yeah, go ahead and think. I'm just asking you. No is a legitimate answer.
I mean, setting up quarantine areas and stuff like that, and like just like checkpoints.
That's a great
Yeah.
thought. Yeah, absolutely.
Because bringing everyone inside the city, you would just need to make sure everyone's just like.
Yeah, and there hasn't been any
okay.
slip-ins. All right, fantastic.
Yeah, the key
Mhm.
key from what I was saying is like exactly that, right? Which
Mhm.
is that we can't let any Vlaka in that have worms on them.
Right.
Yeah.
And you know, when it gets to my turn, hopefully I'll help them rouse
I'll
their
help 'em.
I'll help rouse their energy to fight that situation. But I think we need the gates not to be open to people who could bring more of the disease inside.
Great. Kia, any thoughts?
I'm of the same boat that we need to corral people into one area.
Fantastic. So in interpreting all of this, right, the people behind the walls have been setting up like a quarantine and delousing area, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? So
Basically.
so at this moment the gates open up and people start to rush inside, right? And they're met by like a second kind of quarantine area inside with like temporary walls and everything, and the medical bots descend from above and start to examine every single one of them. So now you're picking up data from that. Okay, great. Thank you all so much. I
Great,
super
yeah.
appreciate being able
Thank
to go
you.
back
Yeah.
and figure
Thanks.
that out, because I'm never going to be as smart as you guys because I have one brain. So I didn't know what to do, but you guys did. So thank you so much. And
Cool,
that's
cool.
about as smart as your guards and your science people
Yeah.
who are back there would be.
Yeah.
Right?
Mhm.
Everyone feel like they have the control and
Do
power.
we
Yeah.
do we want to try and get one of these things tamped down to study?
Well,
I mean, yeah.
well, why don't we talk about that a little bit later, right? Because
Okay.
they're like managing their best
Yeah,
back
yeah,
there,
yeah.
right?
Okay.
Right.
Don't give them too much. Some things are gonna
Listen,
happen.
you're like, what do you want? And I was like, this, and you were like,
This-
well, not that. Okay, yeah, no, these other four
Yeah.
things are a great idea. Well, what about this? No, fuck that. Okay, so
Oh.
No, leave that to me. Leave that to me. I'll get a specimen. You know I'll get a specimen.
Oh,
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I'm just giving. I'm just giving you shit.
I didn't
Miles.
mean
I'm
to
not actually upset.
stomp on your ideas.
No, it's
They're
fine.
all great ideas, especially that last one,
Yeah.
right? I don't want to spend any more time
No, I
talking
hear
about
you.
it because
I'm with
I
you.
know
We gotta move
You
on.
good?
a little bit
Mhm.
more than you do.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
fantastic.
True.
helpful.
Is
Thank you
Blake
all so much.
Coco okay?
Yeah, how's Blake?
We're gonna, friends, we're gonna have to roll for it. And we'll do
Oh,
that
no.
afterwards.
Blake.
man.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh.
Listen,
No.
Kia
Don't
wanted
name
to date
them.
Blake.
Don't name them. That's what
No, he's from
kills-
last session.
Too late.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It's
You
too
can't
late.
name people. Then they're significant and they could die.
Great.
It's
All right.
true.
Fantastic. So as all this chaos happens at the gate and these things are trying to wiggle into you again, Amaruk, more of them start to rumble out of the ground around you,
Christ.
like tearing their way into life. And to boot, you can see that from back further away, deeper into the Vlaka camp, we got Witch Hat, and everyone put on your hats.
Oh man.
I don't have a hat. I'm
It's
on
fine.
vacation. I'm wearing. I have a white claw.
I
That's
don't
the
have a hat. I'm
Yeah.
on vacation.
Give me 1 second.
Okay, take your time.
This is dangerous.
Tell me about these boys, Miles.
Yeah, it's Black Cherry.
There's more of them coming from deeper into the Vlaka camp, wriggling towards you.
Okay.
Along with like a few stragglers, but largely they're being eaten or consumed or having more of these things jumping
Jesus.
on top of them, and you get the sense that you're kind of like at the head of a huge horde that's coming in,
Yeah.
right?
So
Ooh.
we need to. Whose turn is it?
It's going to be Kia's, but I'm
Okay.
not done.
Oh, great. I
Oh
thought.
god.
And as this wave comes your way, they all
Yeah.
freeze again. And the sound
Ugh.
gets sucked out again. And it says, oh. The voice speaks in the emptiness and says, I have what is yours, and you have something I need. I propose. Shoomph, the sound swarms back in at you,
Yeah.
and all of these things start to move again. Kia, it is your turn.
Great. So I'm going to suit up, and that's what's happening. So basically, I like pull a little. It's like kind of an earring situation at this point, but it looks like a jump string. What do you call it for
Jumpsuit?
parachutes? What do you call that?
A jumpsuit?
No, I know, but the thing you pull to get the
yeah, there
Oh,
is
the
a name
ripcord?
for it. Yeah,
The
ripcord.
ripcord?
What? There's ripcord. Haha. So it's
Ripcord.
like this cool like earring that I have that's like do not pull, and I go yank, and
That's so cool. I want an earring
Yeah.
that says "Do not pull."
Right? And this like out of my armor, this kind of rigid structure starts appearing on my back, but as it grows, it smooths out into this kind of armadillo-esque, like
Yes!
looking armor situation. And at the very top, there's just this long little snoot with a pink flower on the end. And that looks like a little mole, basically. And like on the arms, similarly, like things pop out and then smooth over, and it looks like I have almost webbed feet on my gloves. They kind of become
Nice.
webbed.
Amazing.
And that unfortunately has to be my full action.
And there you go. You have been bugged.
Whoa!
Cool.
Yep. I have
In
been
a good
mold.
way.
She do a bug.
I do a mole.
Cool.
Fantastic. All right.
Whoa.
That's amazing.
Look at that.
All right. Next up is everybody's
Me?
favorite boofer, Amaruk.
I'm a boof. I'm a boof. Okay.
I'm a
So she hears this thing. Does it sound like the demon thing? The devil man?
Urza.
This Urza? Yeah. Does it sound like his voice, Miles?
No.
The fuck is it? Okay.
Find out.
Sorry. Someone else. And she it seems to be holding them though, and she looks at everybody and then looks back at the, like, over her shoulder at the Vlaka fighting like amongst each other to get in and to get these things off of each other. And it just looks like, at the end of the day, it just looks like all of her pack just fighting each other. And in that brief moment, she sees how this could go very bad as the rumblings and like vibrations of the oncoming horde kind of ground her under her feet on the pavement. And she puts her claw in the air and she says, "I will parley with you. Just make this stop."
Full action?
I mean, I can't do anything else, can I? Like, if I think that this thing,
Yeah,
let's just
absolutely.
think through it, right? If I think that this thing is controlling them,
Absolutely.
then I can't keep fighting it.
Yeah. No, I hear you. I'm just making sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She puts her claw up and she looks at the things in what aren't eyes, but in their faces, and just calls out to whatever that force is that is in control of bending this time around them.
So, absolutely. I love it, and it's a brave choice. That's all. I just wanted to make sure. No.
Cool.
I'm not saying that it's useless at all.
Yeah. No.
Right?
I didn't feel that
Good.
at all for me.
Good.
In that moment. Yeah.
Just not
So-
fighting back against things that are eating into you is a brave
Yeah.
choice, no matter how much.
I mean,
how you
yeah,
feel.
I mean, it just, I don't know what you, like, she would want to try and pull them off, but she's not trying to kill them.
Okay, great. Then I'll
Yeah.
let you make strength checks to de-grapple.
Okay. Cool. That one's not good.
Well, great.
And this one is better. Cool. So straight strength, not athletics.
Straight strength, yeah.
Cool. So we've got a 13
Mhm.
and a 8.
Those both succeed.
Time to be
Hmm.
alive.
You pull the last two out
Yeah.
of you,
Yeah.
and they slam onto the ground,
Yeah.
wriggling in your blood before moving
Yeah.
back towards you. Jabby.
I want to take my turn to send every armed drone we have to go ahead of us and just fire at whatever that whole horde that's coming towards us.
Absolutely. The drones, you hear this zoom as they buzz
Yeah.
overhead, leaving, like, trying to pick off little bits and pieces from the crowd of Flocka, which was incredibly hard. And they dash over, and you hear this eruption of fire as these multitude of different weapons start to pop off, tearing into these creatures in the horde. All right, is that the end of your turn, Jabby?
He just stares at the wreckage.
It just stares at the wreckage. Word.
Sweet baby.
That'll happen.
Oh, right. Caster. So you dash over the city looking for outcroppings of resistance, and you see a 3-story tall building has like about 20 Vlaka on top of it. Can you make a piloting check for me?
I can make a piloting check for you. That is a 22.
That's a 22. That is fantastic. The Kingfisher rips over top of them before descending its long gangplank. That's the word, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
gas.
it is. Yes, it is,
Yeah.
Miles. You did it.
30th episode. 30th episode. Here we
Nice.
go.
Did it! Bum, 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 bum.
So the gangplank descends, and the mother Vlaka that you have on board starts to help more Vlaka on. As you just saved 20 Vlaka, Caster.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
hacking done. All
Ugh.
right, back
We'll
around.
get you a statue.
As more of them erupt out of the ground around you and between you and the gate. And behind you, the chaos of this horde rushes towards you. And as they do, they freeze again.
Yeah.
Hello?
Well,
And the voice says, I don't have control. I'm stealing it away, and I need your help to get it. Now, please, come to me. I have the claw. And it rips
Where
away.
are you? When God starts punching the air ineffectively because it's not her turn.
Ineffectively. Just story-wise.
We just gotta get inside. We just gotta get inside.
All right, that is a turn around to Kia.
great. So Kia first is gonna say, Jabby, can you bring up the sensors for the claw? I think he was about to say he has the claw. And then she's gonna jump straight up into the air, swan dive down to where she was standing, and burrow in her mole suit underneath these two
What is this
to
ability?
go over here and to engage, I guess, all the way up here.
my God.
Actually, no, I'm going to go to Amaruk.
Love
Because I
that.
need to fight at least one of the ones that are sucking her blood, because I'm not about to have that.
Jeez.
Yeah, she has
She's
none
my
of them
captain.
sucking her blood right now.
Okay. Oh, she got them off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm still surrounded. So
Yeah.
You're still
you know,
surrounded, so I'll help you out there.
Love that.
So I will
Like,
do a
just like your
stabby
case.
stab with my spear,
Yeah.
and roll a natural one. So
No!
that's great. So that's
man.
a 7 in total.
It
Uh,
crawls
God.
But
up.
hey, I turned into a mole.
It
so-
crawls up
Your
your
suit
spear
has the
and
mole package.
leaps at you, and you
Oh,
are able to
God.
just like slap it aside. It doesn't get latch onto you. Is that the end of your turn, Kia?
You
I
know
also
what? It is.
need it to be said that we can never do one of those things where podcasts are like, for every natural one, we'll donate to
Nope.
charity because we'll totally.
We'd be very poor.
Can't do it. Masu
Oh
got the
my
mole
God.
package though.
The
Until we're
amount of
millionaires.
criticals that we
Amazing.
roll is incredible.
Oh,
All
man.
right.
Also, Shiznit in chat is really killing it. He's like, "Hey, can you hear me?" Amaruk picks up a worm and tries to use it as a phone. Can you hear me now?
All right, Amaruk, it is your turn. What are you up to?
Okay, I would like to rage. That's not an option I have, but the best I can do is to take a full action of hitting these things
So
and then running.
Yeah, absolutely good. All right,
Yeah,
great. Roll for it.
cool.
Find your character
Great.
sheet first,
Attack
and then
number
roll for
1
it.
is 24.
Hit.
Attack number 2 is 28.
Hit.
All right. Cool. And then so these are the first attack and the cleave that it would do, and then I'll do another attack and
Yes.
cleave off of that. one,
Absolutely.
just to be clear. All right. Goddamn. Okay. So 15.
Hit.
This is the damage.
Don't need to roll damage. Your minimum
Oh, right.
damage.
Okay,
Remember.
Right. Okay. Cool. So the next one is a natural 20, and then a 20. Let's see, 23 to hit.
So
Yeah.
here's an idea for
So-
a sponsorship. Every time we roll a critical success or failure, they donate.
Yeah,
That'd be
there we
nice.
go.
Great. That'd be
Well,
great.
Amaruk,
Oh.
I'm just gonna say it with that natural 20. Boom, boom, boom,
Pew,
boom,
pew,
boom. As you just slice
Oh.
and dice through these things, kicking
Do I have
them
to
away from you.
reflex at all?
No, but that natural 20
Okay.
supersedes that
I'm
rule.
I'm trying not. I want people to get the pain that they want to feel from us dying slowly.
Well, I
if that's
think-
what you want to give us, I don't want it.
Just-
I'm just saying, if you know what, I'm done.
Wait until you hear the
Looking like a
casualty
whole
report.
Beyblade.
Just wait until you hear the casualty
Ah,
report. So,
oh,
Cool,
man.
cool. And I look at Kia and I go, cool suit! And I go running towards 5,
Save
10,
them all.
20,
Yes.
25, 30. Here. I go.
fantastic. Jabby, what are you up to? It's your turn.
I'd like to make a computer's check to locate the source of that broadcast we heard.
Great. You absolutely have it, but let's deal with that story-wise in a second.
Wonderful. Then I would like to run onto this building.
Wee-woo.
You're gonna have to make an athletics check to get up there.
Yeah.
Do you have that
using
thing
my
where
four
you can
souls.
just? Yeah.
Yeah.
You can just run
Um,
over. Can't
Yeah.
you?
That was the goal. Use my 4 souls.
Oh, I forget
Walk
that
on the
you
air.
can just basically fly. So that's my B.
It's fancy walking.
Think
Fancy walking.
Roundless walking.
Fancy
Yeah.
walking.
Amazing.
Fancy
And then I take out Scream and Mimi, my sonic pistol, and take a shot at the nearest
Go for it.
wormy boy. That is a total of 13.
That is a miss. Oh, Jabby, you're having such bad luck today.
He's only half here, so yeah.
Oh, baby.
Jabby!
We love Jabby. Jabby's gonna get cuddles.
Jabby is gonna get cuddles. All the cuddles
We're
for
all,
Jabby.
we have matching snuggies.
All right,
Kingfisher matching
Caster, it
snuggies.
is
Yeah.
your turn. So the door behind you closes, right? And these people start to run in, and then you hear commotion from the back, and you hear the sounds of one of them's in you. I saw you get one in you. It crawled into you.
Great. Caster is gonna turn back. Hey, no arguing on my ship. Not until we get to the quarantine zone.
Make an intimidation check.
Correct, Caster.
God, I
That's a
am
21.
a little bit of
Oh.
a thing happening here.
We know. We know,
Yeah.
Amaru.
Oh,
We
what
know.
is
that half chub.
happening?
There's no fighting on the Kingfisher.
No fighting, Shakira.
No fighting. Oh, baby, with the worms
Da,
like
da,
that,
Oh my
you
god.
make the flock go mad.
So, meanwhile, down on the ground, the worms are rushing forward, and several of them leap on top of your mole suit, Kia.
Kia,
No.
no.
Kia, yes.
Ew! You little shits.
What is
Just
your
little
kinetic AC?
shits.
Don't scratch it. 17.
17-y.
This
They,
is so great.
Oh, wait,
All-
no, it's 18. It's 18 because of the suit.
they
Yeah.
all miss
Good.
as you, batter them away and bash them to the back. What are you doing? It's your turn.
I'm
Great
flailing.
question.
Oh.
I'm
yes.
flailing.
So to batter them away, I am flailing with my webbed feet, hands. Oh,
Dang.
I have so many hands. So 4. So there are 4 webbed hands
Just
going.
flailing. But what's your action?
But my action. Thank you for asking, Miles. I am going. I'm so out of spells, guys. I'm a stab one with a spear.
Just so you know, Kia, everyone else is running.
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go. Welp. Okay. See ya.
Amazing.
fuckos. And I'm gonna run. That's a great
You
idea. Thank you for-
fuckos?
See you, fuckos. Yeah.
T-shirt! T-shirt!
Is that me?
Love it.
No one
One
could
of
wear
them
it.
manages to grab onto your back as you're running away and begins to
Good.
burrow in 7 points of damage.
No!
But you guys dash away and towards the gate as the most of the Vlaka have disappeared into the gate, and you manage to get inside just as the gates close behind you, and now you're in the quarantine zone. It's break time, everybody.
Ah!
Yeah.
We love it.
Cool. My claw.
Okay? Miles, you okay?
That was
In
a
your
lot
face.
That's
to
a lot for you to
manage
be doing. Yeah.
very
Yeah.
quickly.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah. You did
All them
it.
And I
Unit.
did
You
it. I
did.
did do it. And thank you all so much for dealing with me. I'm like
No,
I'm
we
like
love
really
it.
really proud of how we went back and navigated the moment.
Yeah.
With the
That was
controlling.
very
I
helpful.
super appreciate that too, because a lot of DMs are like, okay, but it already happened, so I'm not gonna go back. And I really appreciate that you sensing that we were, that at least I won't speak for anybody else, but that I was frustrated by not knowing what was available to me at the time. You were like, okay, well let's talk about it. I appreciate that. Thank
You
you.
didn't know, and
Yeah.
you aren't actually Amaruk. You're just Anne looking at a weird digital tabletop, right?
It's
like
true.
you're not in the moment.
This is true.
And like
Yeah.
literally,
Yeah.
if Anne was in that moment, Anne would not be hitting things. Anne would be giving commands. So
Yeah, no, Anne would be
Yeah.
like, I am. You see that wall? I am a mile within the city. Like, I
Yeah.
am not out here in any way. I probably own a nice tea shop. Like,
Aw,
Yeah.
it's
The Tea Weevil.
the
Yeah.
Teevil. All right, y'all.
Yeah.
We will be right back. Don't go anywhere at all. We'll
BRB.
see you in a flash. There's gonna be more madness coming up.
Great.
Welcome back, everyone. Welcome. We're doing it. We're in on it.
We're doing it.
Amazing.
Please don't throw up on stream.
Will not. I will not.
In the words of me,
Blah, blah, blah.
get some.
It's true.
Little,
You do
little.
say that.
We all ready? We're all ready to go?
Yeah.
All ready to kick off?
More or
Continue
less.
Forwards? More or less. Word. All right. So, you have emerged through the gates, and large metal gates close behind you, and you hear these things thumping up against them as they try desperately to get in. And you see that the medical drones are carefully. You can see like the wreckage from the few that didn't machine learn quick enough that these things explode. But now they'll cut one off and then we'll like throw it up in the air. So there's like this weird organic confetti kind of like raining down every once in a while.
Oh, how fun.
Which is a nice way to say that there's bits of
Awful
bug
flesh.
falling down on
Bug
the
bits.
crowd every once in a while, but it's the quickest way that they could manage to do it. And then
acceptable.
to boot, as people are cleared and the medical drones scan them as cleared, they're let through a small opening, and the Vlaka have largely calmed themselves. Because it seems like this is a curable thing when it's gotten this early, right?
Yeah.
There are a couple of them, however, who are shuffled over by the side. 5 Vlaka who are being held. And as you look down at your computer, you start to see data about what is going on, right? The ones that you caught fast enough, you can absolutely save and cut the thing out. But if it's in there for more than 60 seconds, it attaches itself to the spine. And removal is going to, at best, be a delicate surgical process, and at worst, kill the host.
Yeah.
It's uncertain at right now what kind of effect these things are having on the people that they have like fully infected, right? Fully insinuated themselves into.
So
yeah.
So Amaruk, do you want to share that with the group, Jabby? Or
I'm
who has
imagining
the info?
Jabby does, yeah.
Yeah, I relay this
So
information.
she says, she kind of like huddles up with the crew and stands like, as she's really aware that like how she shows strength right now is going to be vital in making sure that like this is a really, really delicate time, and it's been a long ass day.
Yup.
But she tries to keep she's a lot of things, but she's been a politician for a long time. And now that the insane, just constant fray after fray, rhythm of their day is coming to a potential stopping point, she wants to take 10 minutes to chat with everybody, but also to like, use a quick old little resolve point.
Great.
Love that.
One of the things is still squirming into Kia.
Okay. First,
no.
can we rip that out?
Yeah, absolutely.
First?
No roll required.
Yeah.
So how do you? But this is important because you're right. Every move that you make in this crowd is going to be remembered. How do you do it?
Yeah. So she she says she wants to get somewhere where they can be like kind of private and talk to each other as much as possible, but she doesn't want people to just see their queen like ripping bugs out of people and being like, it's fine.
That seems like your brand.
Cavalier.
I'm
given-
sorry.
That sounds on brand.
I mean, does it? Okay, fine, I'll do it.
I know.
So she sees the bug and she says, Kia, we have a problem. Do you mind?
Huh? Oh, I didn't even see it.
Yeah. And she is going to
It's like
reach
burrowing
down
into mole. Yes,
and
please.
just
Yeah.
pull this thing out of you.
Ugh.
Look at it and just bite its head off and like spit the two halves of it onto the ground.
Oh, mama.
Okay, great.
I mean, I just decided
Yeah.
to go in the complete opposite direction.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I dig it. I'm surprised. That's all.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And-
They explode in the middle of the crowd, sending detritus exploding everywhere and scaring
Yeah.
several of the people.
Yeah. But also showing that I'm a strong ass woman who's not going to take shit from no worm.
Yeah.
Worm biter.
Yeah. That's not my name.
It
it's not a
is
thing.
now.
Worm eater.
Everybody forget this happened. Okay,
Roll-
so immediately.
Roll me an intimidation check before we continue.
Sure.
So that we get a sense of what kind of effect that had on the crew.
Natural 20.
Oh.
What's going
In the
on
dice tonight.
today?
I don't know, man. But
And
it's
last
great.
week.
It looks so good too. Oh shit.
Ooh, that's a
It does
beautiful
look
die.
good. All right. So you realize as you start to look around that you're not gonna have like time until you get
Yeah.
through processing.
Yeah.
Here's my question. Here's like the Dragon Age. Do you or do you not? Do you do the good
Yeah.
or do you the bad?
Love that.
Do you push yourself to the front of the line?
The front of the line for
There's about 100 people being processed.
Oh. No? Maybe? I don't know. She I mean, let's open it up. It doesn't need to just be my decision. Unless
So-
it's based on what I just
all
did.
of this, yeah, all of this is everyone's choice. Yeah.
So what do you mean
Am
being
I?
processed?
Well, every single person has to make sure that they don't have a worm in them,
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
which is about a 5-minute scan a piece.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You're right, Castor. You are not there.
Yeah, just making sure.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, she says, well, is it more important that we get inside or that we help comfort those who will find very little comfort in the coming time?
They'll figure it out.
Well,
Right?
I think it's important
No,
that they
she's-
see protocol.
yeah, I think it's important that they see protocol, and I don't want to launch myself to the front of the line when there are lots of other people to be processed. But I also think we need to think about what we're going to
No,
do about them.
because of your natural
You're the queen.
because of your natural 20, people
Yeah.
around you hear you saying this, and Flocka begin to step to the side silently. And soon there's an open cordon that leads all the way to the front. And one of the Flocka says, "The little one is right." Oh, that's not the right accent.
It's fine.
my-
Who knows what the
That
Vlaka
is some-
accent is? It's a wild ride,
I was
guys.
here for it.
Jump on, Miles. Sometimes I'm
whole
Russian and
planet, you know.
sometimes I'm from Norway.
All right.
I don't know.
"The little one is right. You are the queen. First claw, after you. After you, first claw. After you, first claw. After you, first claw. After you, first
After
claw."
you, first claw, let's go!
Okay. She kind of like nods like gratefully and like touches her chest. And then like kind of like takes people's shoulders and checks on people she knows
Mhm.
as they go, but you know, pretty much is making her way forward through the crowd
Great.
with Jabby and Kia.
And you emerge out into the far side to find Dirtbath right there. In like, he's in full battle armor. You've never seen him suited up like this. He usually
Yeah.
wears his old officer's uniform, but he's
Yeah.
he's like 2 feet taller, and in like a
boy.
power armor suit. And he says, "Where have you been? You were very slow getting here. You should. Come on. We need to make plans quickly. What is the deal with this? Do you know what's happening?"
These are the things that make the Kia. Jabby. I'm not smart. Help.
They're the worms that are infiltrating people's bodies and probably turning them into big hot monsters. Basically, we've instated this quarantine area so that we can contain the situation. However, we, well, the 4 of us, possibly, I don't know about Castor. Castor kind of pieced out. Anyway.
I imagine you guys have been in radio contact with Castor. Castor, you can join in this conversation.
Great. Well, I mean, the four of us, the mighty quadruple, we are possibly in need of you to contain this situation here. As always, we seem to be being called elsewhere. Did you hear any sort of I don't know, strange inner brain knocking message?
No. Are you sure you're okay?
Great.
Let's get you to the
No,
medical
I heard
tent.
it too. And I'm not okay, so
Did we check them for worms? The med tech goes
Yes.
like, we did. And he goes,
Yeah.
We
okay,
did.
okay.
Yeah. No, she says
Maybe do it
there's
twice? I don't know.
Yeah.
I
She's-
say to him in Yosoki, yeah, we checked them. It happened. It was a thing.
She says, so here's what's going to happen. And she kind of straightens, like seeing all these Vlaka kind of like waiting in line amidst the other people behind her. She's like, I gotta look good. Look good for my people here. And she kind of straightens up and says, here's what's going to happen, Dirtbath. We have several people who need to be processed, and I need to depend on you to do that. There are others who they reported to us back in the back of the line that it's too late for them to simply be processed, and it's likely, well, Jabby said it's likely that they'll need something more. So here's what I need you to do. I need you to call Goruk, and I need you to get him up here, because they are not going to take it well from you, unfortunately. They're going to need to hear it from a brother.
Goruk.
And I want... Huh?
Goruk is missing currently. He's inside of the camp. We don't have contact with him right now.
What?
He went back for more. I'm sure he's fine. We will get a local leader to do their best, but we'll do what we can.
They need to be told that they have a choice.
And you need to control yourself. And we'll take care of this.
They need to be told that they have a choice. That choice is to go down fighting now while it's in their control, or of course, to have surgery performed if they would prefer to wait, but to know that the end might be the same and far less, well, what my people typically accept.
Well, the other thing, Amaruk, is that with the surgery, maybe we find out more about these things.
I like that.
So I will absolutely place the option in front of them.
Let them know that if they are willing to undergo it, that they will be helping the entire pack.
Don't worry.
But
I
if
got
they
it. Yes.
want something else, you have to give it to them.
Yes, absolutely. It's fight to die or help everyone. I hope your people will be brave enough, and I trust that they will. Okay, so that is that plan. These things burrow, no? Our walls only go so deep. We only have so long before they get in here.
Call Wisp.
We already have. He's not answering. He's been out for some time on a contract. We didn't know if he was here or not. The battleship from up above is up above, but where are they? Where are they coming from?
They're coming from underneath the planet's surface, from pretty far below, it seems.
I know they're coming from down, but where? What is the source? Why us?
They're infernal in nature, so who knows? But I don't know. I feel like further study of them could give us more.
Wait. You said you heard voices?
Yes. So we were hearing these voices. Actually, I took notes. And one of them said, "Crew of the Kingfisher, I need your help." And then later on, they said, "I have what is yours, and I have something you want." And then later on, it said ... Because I didn't get the first part, but it said, "Come to me. I have the claw." The claw, which is something that Amaruk is dearly missing. However, we do have signatures of the claw. We've seen it on scans before, and Jabby might be able to bring that to light. I promise I'm not crazy, Dirtbath. I really do.
No, this all makes perfect sense if you were there. You kind of had to be there. No.
No, I understanding it just fine. Leave me alone. I am smart, okay? I get it.
No, you're
and
so
it
smart.
looks
I
like
just don't-
this thing. It's you said it said it didn't have control, right? So it is
Right,
it
it
is
has no control.
has some control over these creatures, and it seems to be maybe it's the source, maybe it has a potential to stop it, right? This is hope.
Correct.
This is good.
Correct.
Yes,
So where is
yes.
the claw? And Jabby.
Well,
Yeah, you don't
computer.
you don't need to roll computers check, Jabby. You already tracked it. man.
Wonderful.
You got it. We talked
Yeah.
about this earlier. You don't you even work.
We
Don't
did,
you
we
even
did.
touch your dice.
Yeah.
Don't you fib yourself.
I'm gonna set it back down. I'm gonna set it back
I'm
down.
gonna set it back down.
Get my popcorn
So,
instead. I'm getting my popcorn instead.
all right, go get your popcorn instead. So the signature is coming
Mhm.
from directly south of Bright Claw, and it's
Okay.
underneath the ground, but it's also right underneath Point B.
Oh.
Okay.
It's coming from Point B.
Interesting.
underneath might be. Okay. So we go
Hmm.
there. That's the next
Yep.
step.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that is the next
And we
step.
get in
That
contact
seems
with whatever this
reasonable.
thing is.
Now, if it doesn't have control, what is it? Why does it not have control? Why does it have control sometimes?
It does,
Maybe
I
it's
don't
hacking
think-
in.
I don't think it seemed to say to us before that it doesn't exactly have a control over these things entirely. It said it was borrowing it. It said it was pushing its way in. So I'm not sure that this thing is aligned with these creatures, but is rather inserting itself. And anything with the ability to push into our minds from miles away from here, that's got to be pretty big.
Perhaps there's some sort of battle that the voice is going through as well. I mean, being able to silence and then getting cut off. It's fascinating
That seems
and
reasonable.
infernal.
Absolutely. And deeply infernal. Whatever that means. Okay. So, looks like we have a plan. First Claw, what do we do here? What do we do for... this is a bad situation. They've started to move around the sides of the wall. It looks like they're prepping for a massive assault.
I don't know. What, Jabby, do you think your drones could help?
There's only, well, we went into this with 333, and then given how many were destroyed,
Right.
we could delay the inevitable, buy us time. I mean, if this other entity is trying to hack into whatever hive mind is controlling them, maybe we could amplify it, boost it up, send them
Is there
elsewhere.
some way to slow it down? Is there something these creatures are susceptible to? Something they might be vulnerable to?
Well, they're immune
Kia,
to
could
fire.
you see by looking at one of them?
Well, we have the aqueducts. Is there something we could do with those? Flush them out with water? Make
Water
the
beats
soil
fire.
so mucky that it can't go through?
What aqueducts, out of curiosity?
The ones that we have in Brightclaw.
The sewer
Did
stuff?
we establish?
The sewer
Yeah.
system.
Great.
Yeah.
Just
I
making
think
sure.
I
we're
think we were talking. I think you might
Sorry,
be thinking
okay.
of the aqueduct that the bears had. The bears
The
had
bears
a great
have an
aqueduct.
I thought we
land.
also
I
had
feel
one.
like we also did because
Did I say
remember.
aqueduct at a point in the past and totally forget about it?
I think so.
I'm going to check
Totally
because there's a
possible.
lot of infrastructure
who
that I wanted to
knows?
get made.
Yeah, hit that Control F and search aqueduct in your notes, everybody.
Oh, I thought you were like hit that Control F and F off.
F off,
Yeah,
yeah.
aqueduct bullshit.
No.
And
Um,
I'm just thinking if we make the soil more difficult to go through, that'll slow them down at the very least.
Yes,
But
and
it's not as fun.
we need to find a way to get as many people, I don't know, into places where they cannot get to. could we even retreat people into? How many people could we put behind the walls of Brightclaw Keep?
Ooh, that is the question, isn't it? Packing yourselves in incredibly tight, which also means that you're making
That's
if they
easier
do
for them
get
to
in,
get.
yeah, it's easier for
Yeah.
them to kill lots of people at once.
Yeah, no, that's not a good idea.
You could fit.
I think Kia. Yeah, so go
you
ahead.
could fit. I mean, probably the population of Brightclaw proper in that way.
Okay.
The Vlaka
Well-
added, it's like no way.
We need to.
I was gonna say hi. My
I
mom
hear-
just wanted to say hi to
Hello?
everyone, apparently.
Oh.
Hello.
Hello.
Come say hi, Jill. Hey!
Hello.
Hi, Miles and Parker. I know you guys. I'm looking forward to meeting Dex and Anne soon.
Hi.
Aw, thank
Y'all
you.
have
It's
a
so
good
nice
time.
to meet you.
Wholesome podcasting family
Oh
moment.
God, it's so cute.
Nice.
Our moms
I
love
die.
us.
I die.
So true.
They're our #1 fans. Okay, so that's amazing, and I can't go on. So it's so good. So yeah, so I feel like I would say the best thing to do is to investigate Kia's plan, because I think slowing them down is all we can really do. We know whatever we do next, we're going to have to do fast. And hopefully by interacting with this thing, we'll get one step closer to stopping the source of these things, because it's clear that that's just going to keep sending stuff. One thing we could do, I don't love it, because I don't know, this seems like retaliation, right? This seems like maybe the devil is like, I'll show you to screw with me, you fuckos, as the people say.
Yeah.
And
Right.
and so maybe that's a thing, but also this was already happening. We just know that that devil was kind of like in the area where these guys struck before. So I don't really, we still don't really understand that relationship.
But it got way worse.
Yeah. We could ask Beard Boy.
Who is that?
Snakebeard.
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 Who?
You could go ask Snakebeard, yeah.
That would be
Yeah. Could
a
I
lot.
also could
Yeah,
I
go ahead.
also make a quick suggestion?
Mhm.
Getting everyone to higher ground, not even like in the keep itself, but just making sure they're like at least on a second level building,
yeah.
so they can't be attacked within the building from the
Yeah.
ground floor.
I agree.
Yeah.
Having everybody to the most part move to the roofs and the tops of the walls, and things like that would be a good play.
Mhm.
And honestly, we wouldn't be in a bad spot if we asked if there were Vlaka or other people who would get on this ship with us and back us up wherever we're going.
Yeah.
Um,
Just gotta drop off all 20 of these civilians.
if we drop off the civilians, like, and say who will fight to reclaim the Prime Claw, like, it reveals that
Nice.
something bad has happened, but it's gonna make them want to.
Great. So, I think here's my question. How long are we spending in the preparation montage?
Not long. We don't have long. So I think
Give me a number.
5 minutes tops.
Yeah, I
Sure.
mean, we gotta ship
Bam.
out.
Bam! Okay, we're done.
Great.
Done.
yeah.
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 Yeah, we need to talk to
We need to
whoever
get-
is like literally there
Yeah. Time's of the
and
essence.
get moving. And you know, what's his face? Dirtbath said that he could handle it. So if he can handle it, then he better handle it.
Great. Then
Yeah.
I feel like each of you has one action that you get to do. Who wants to go first?
No one wants to do
Um.
anything. Everyone's scared of the things. Okay.
Well, I mean, I guess I still have to. With that action, I should probably drop off all those civilians and clear out the kingfishers that we
That's
have room
been
for.
going on.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great.
I don't want to.
Just making sure, just making sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
I have a
Eh,
suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh God, I like one part of it. I hate the other part. Um,
Perfect.
having the firefighting drones, just try and coat them with like that fast-acting coolant that like solidifies on them. So just like having them constantly
Yeah.
like do flybys, refuel flyby, and if possible, we do have the Eoxian uh the basically the zombie builders.
mm,
Yeah.
Since those don't have life signs, sending sending them in to I don't know, like take any kind of anything that we can use to just like slow them down, even if it's just like
Even if
a
it's just
fire
them
extinguisher.
standing there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just like have them a corpse wall, if
Yeah.
you will.
Yeah.
I
Love that plan.
Yep.
I love that plan if they're into it.
Mhm.
And the fact is, they're not going to have work to build if everybody dies. So
Yeah.
pitch
Yep.
in or get out.
Oh my
Yeah.
Corpse
Yeah.
wall. Let's go. I love
Mm.
Yeah,
that
get
band.
I
that
don't
happening.
really think we need to
I'm
call
gonna
it that.
record for Patreon the conversation between Dirtbath and that lich corpse lord contractor. Like, hey, what do you mean I gotta send all my workers? They cost money, all right. I brought them back from the dead. This one, Steve. He's great. He's great with a jackhammer.
We love Steve the corpse.
Steve.
Oh my God.
No.
Why are they all
Same
named
though.
Steve?
They're all named
They're
Steve.
always named
Steve or
Steve.
Bob.
Sam.
Or Sam. Yeah, that's true.
All right, there's
Um,
Jabby's action.
Yep, that's mine.
Cool.
Who's next?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm gonna quickly get my infernal dictionary out. My common to infernal dictionary that everybody has. And just see if I could remember any of the words that the corpse muttered to me. I literally, all I need is just like one word, whatever word stood out to me,
Yeah.
to be like, okay, is there anything? Was this a warning? What can I glean from this? Even though I didn't record it,
Yeah.
so I
You
don't
can
know.
search the dark web for
All right,
infernal
Make
translators.
a culture
Right.
check.
Okay. That is a 26.
Nice.
pretty good.
Nice. Roll a d8.
Okay. 5.
You get the words control,
Mhm.
help, free, eating / consume / whatever happens to souls when they go to hell.
Mhm.
And finally, oh god, the last word. Oh, what is that feeling? Prisoner.
Cool.
Great. All right. Well,
Thanks.
well done, Kia. All right, who's next?
Cool. I will approach the Vlaka who have been processed.
Mm-hmm.
Do I see how many are there?
Well, there's a large crowd around you, right?
All right. You
Between-
know what? This is happening. It could be a terrible idea, but I love risky choices, so it's fine. So before this happens, so all of you guys are kind of figuring out, the ways in which you're going to get stuff moving. Amaruk sits down and kind of meditates for a bit to get sidereal influence going on
How long does that take?
diplomacy. 10 minutes.
So twice as long as you said we were gonna take.
Okay, but we just take 5 more minutes.
Yeah, 10 minutes sounds
Guys,
great.
5 more minutes, please.
Just 5
Guys,
minutes, just
please,
like
5 more
me.
minutes. I gotta tune, and then I gotta speak. So maybe like 15 more minutes. Please.
It's not going to take that long. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, unless nobody else thinks it's fine, but
No, go for it.
okay, great. So, she kind of focuses in, thinks about what she wants to say, and then she's going to climb up, on the side of one of the buildings in the area and look down over, the Vlaka. And now I'm going to say something really cool. Don't you hate these moments?
No, I always play characters
Do you want to
like
think
this.
about what
I
you're gonna
know.
say for a second?
Yeah, no, it's fine. She says, family, we still stand. And yet the fight is not over. This morning we fought a devil. And this morning this devil did the unthinkable. As I rolled him down into a crater full of magma, held aloft by the strength of my compatriots, this devil took what is ours, our legacy, the Prime Claw, and descended into fire where I could not follow. But hope is not lost yet for us. Logic will be remembered, but only if we stand together today and go after it. We have been told that there is someone who has the claw, and we need to get it back together as a family. Who will come? Who will join my crew?
Roll that diplomacy check.
Regardless, Kia is going all fists in the air, going, yeah!
Yes.
Every she's like, who will join me? Who will?
Yeah, Kia, roll a diplomacy check as well.
Amazing.
Yeah, if that helps at all, just to
Oh,
like.
it's so good.
Hyper
It
up.
doesn't, but it's a
What was your
10.
total? Okay.
All together, how
I like fart as I do it.
does a 32 work for you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Do me a favor and roll a D100.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
Very nice.
Oh. Look at that.
D100.
Do 100. So many sides.
What does the double zero mean? I always get
That's
confused.
the tens digit.
That's the tens. Okay, so, okay. So then is it 0 and then a 3 would be a 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Great. Absolutely. So 13 Vlaka, step forward.
Okay.
Um,
Now I remember how to read these dice. I was like, I never play a character that has to roll a D100, so whenever I do it, I'm just like, ah!
Yeah, that would be a 3 total. So not as good as it could have been, but it's fine. It's fine. You still got 13, which means that only 13 will ride with you to their death, right? So upside, downside.
You know.
You don't need all of the Vlaka, just some. We
I
don't even
need
know
the
if
strong ones.
The strong ones. Are they
don't
strong?
even know if it's.
Yeah.
All right.
We don't even know if there's going to be combat. It might be just a little parlay, a little
It might be,
circle.
but at least these 13 won't be here where this shit is.
True. That's very true.
And that was the other side of my hope. Was to
Yeah,
get
there it
as
is.
many of these things in this ship with us as possible.
A wisdom
Yeah.
save. The Vlaka
Woof.
failed.
Yeah.
Great. So you all pile into the Kingfisher after Castor has dropped the Vlaka off for processing. Wait, Castor, I didn't give you your action. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I think part of that, my action would be sending the recording to Kia, but I think that'd be like a swift action or something like that, or however long the internet will provide.
Yeah.
I guess. And I'm thinking.
We got good internet, so.
Yes.
We got the best internet on Bright Claw.
I don't need to reload my weapons quite yet. I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Is
So,
there
so
is
this
there
is
someone
like a
else?
5-minute action, right? Not something as simple as that. Yeah.
Exactly. I'm trying to think if there's anybody else that I can like bring to the to the battle, quote unquote battle. Like some connection, like some android peeps, like Blick and Clicker or the Vesks. Anyone who's willing to
It's tricky
fight, I
because
guess.
you've just just started to engage with them, but you like don't have a good enough
You're-
relationship to
you're
be
right.
like, come die with me.
You're right. You're right.
Please.
You know,
It works with the Vlaka. I don't know
I
if
feel honestly
Castor has
maybe
the same amount of.
maybe this is like a moment where Castor like sets down at the other end of town in the spaceport, right? And
Yeah.
like looks out over Breakclaw and realizes for a moment how little you know about the city in a lot of ways and how much you want to learn more.
Mm-hmm.
And how kind of you realize that you haven't put down roots. You've been so used to running that you're still like I don't know if Castor's really unpacked.
I know exactly what he does.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna make a prayer to Waden.
It's a good time. You don't want to keep him waiting.
Hey!
Oh man, wading in the water.
Oh my
Rude.
god.
Waiting in the water.
So Castor kind of like goes into sleep mode, literally, and you know he's just in his own headspace and he's thinking just into the void. Hello, um, Mr. Waden. This is Castor 9, new avatar here. I'm sorry. I haven't really reached out to you yet. I really don't know how to do this sort of spirituality thing. I've considered about talking to Trioon sometimes, but anyway, that's not the point. I'm scared. I don't know what we're up against, or how we're going to be able to beat it, or how we're going to save everybody here. And I just... You don't need to worry about me. I've helped myself enough during the times that I've scoured the galaxy, but I just want everyone here to be safe. I don't care what happens to me. Just make sure that all the Vlaka, all the people here in Bright Claw and on Desna's Wing and on the whole planet, I guess I'm just looking for some guidance, I guess.
And it's I don't know how do I put this? It is simultaneously you don't receive any response. And for a moment that you're like, oh, that's what I expected, right? No one cares about me, right? Like everyone leaves, and like that's fine, right? And that's how it always is, and this too will pass. And then you realize that, oh, right, this too will pass. This is just a moment on my journey. And if they do pass along, and if they do leave, and if I end up without these friends, I will be okay. And they will be okay. And that the truth is that I need to trust them. And I need to trust every single soul in this settlement to do their job, so that we all make it through it. Because we're all travelers together. And as this reverie finishes, right? This moment of inspiration, which you kind of haven't felt, right? And as you wander and have felt so lost for so many years, for the first time, you feel so at home on the deck of a spaceship, and your friends approach from inside town, all of them looking just as nervous as you feel. And you realize that that fear and that terror and that worry is just home right now. And you settle into the cockpit, and you all take off and zip southwards, heading the 300 miles downwards to reach the very callously named Point B.
Yeah. What is in that area? I'm being attacked.
Yeah, you're having
Oh.
cat. Can
Yeah.
you remove your
Yeah.
cat, please?
no.
I would
Oh,
love that.
man.
And she's clipped into my shoulder. I mean that with
Clipped
the-
in.
Oh no.
She's cat. Okay.
To be a cat owner.
Her nails were just like digging into my shoulder, so I was
Ow.
like trying to get her to move on, but she was like, "No, this is the time."
Absolutely. All right.
Oh man.
So, in the area ahead, it seems like there is a structure there, which is why Mark originally pointed that out as a potential place where pirates would be, right? The structure itself is fairly large, but it is wreathed in this very tightly grown jungle that only stretches right around it for about 300 yards. And the jungle itself, let's get a natural history check, let's get a computers check, and let's get a physical science check going into here. You know who you are.
I got your life science right here.
I'll
if
do
you
physical
want.
science.
I
What-
look pretty.
What is the third skill?
Computers.
Computers! I love computers!
So, 30 for life science.
Nice.
26 for physical science.
Nice.
25 for computers.
Wow. All totally serviceable rolls.
I love Starfinder.
We love big numbers. So as your scanners start to pass back and forth over this thing, you notice that the structure itself is very similar in composition of metal and architecture to the structure up way in the north in the marshes that you entered into.
Similar.
It is also it extends deep down into the ground further than you can see. And it has a shield surrounding it, which also blocks. It's like a low frequency shield, so it's like you couldn't have detected it from Bright Claw, right? It's not giving off a lot of energy, but it will block anything that tries to approach it. And there's probably like a way in or a way under it, right? But the ship isn't gonna be able to get you into it. And finally, you also realize that the forest is not natural in the strictest sense. A jungle is a source of extreme biodiversity, right? Where there's large amounts of different species that make up the ecology. This forest is more like a tumor. It has a very small amount of species that live inside of it, and they seem to be almost parasitic off of each other, and they kill everything else that comes near it.
Got it. Great. That's not going to be an issue.
Parasites. Okay.
Is there any way with my 30 that I would know what they were parasites of?
Oh, what do you mean by that?
So if they're parasitic in nature, a parasite always has to have a host. So what is the host of these
Absolutely.
parasites?
Let me rephrase. The relationship between the probably 6 species that live in here is symbiotic. And it's
Got it.
right. It's
Got
like deeply symbiotic to the point where they work together in lockstep, more like an army than a ecosystem.
Got it. Thank you.
And there you have it. There's my description.
Cool.
I love it. I love it. I hate it. I love it. Great. So, is it are the signatures for the prime claw coming from inside the structure? What do we see?
Directly underneath it, yeah.
Oh. Okay, so we need to get past the forest, past the shield, into the thingy, and then down into the thingy. Yeah?
Could we not just drop ourselves off on the structure from above?
The shield.
The shield.
You would hit the shield on the way down.
You're
Yeah.
right, and you don't want that. That seems less than good.
Not a great end to the day, honestly.
Good work, Amaruk. Yeah,
She's
bad in
important.
1,000. So yeah, so she she says, okay, well then we're just going to have to fight our way in.
Well, we're not strangers to fighting plans.
Would there be a way
No,
to
we're
check for an
not.
entrance
To check for an entrance.
Entrance to what?
to the force field?
Hmm.
Like a gap in it,
Yeah.
instead of just throwing ourselves at a force field?
Or also like the source of the force field? Like is it
So the problem with this force field is that the low frequency of it is designed to block out a lot of the emissions that come out from inside of it. Like, it's honestly a miracle that you're detecting the Prime Claw, and that's because it has such a unique signature that you're able to lock onto it, despite the fact that this shield is deflecting a lot of scans.
uh-huh.
Oh, it's just to prevent scans from going through, not physical objects.
And physical objects.
Oh, both.
This,
Okay.
So the shield is a remarkably complex piece of equipment, right?
I want one.
And contrary to the structure underneath it, or maybe in lockstep with it, right? This is cutting edge technology, or it's some arcane piece of equipment that was able to do it before we discovered it in the Pact Worlds.
Question: with my computer's check, can I successfully identify if it's a construct of some kind? Like, would
It's
it count?
Not, no.
Great. Would a pulse grenade work on it?
No.
Great.
No.
Just wanted to make sure.
But let's go back to the question about openings into it, right?
Yeah.
It seems like if you get down to it, right, there's probably some way in or out, right?
Yeah.
Because no one locks themselves inside of a shield. And sure, you could turn it off, but you want the ability to, like, be able to go out and sortie out and, like, go see what's going on.
Yeah.
Excuse me, outside. If there's some kind of a security question, right?
Right. Oh.
He says, how are we supposed to make contact with this thing? Like, I know that seems crazy coming from me because, like, I talk to gods all the time. Well, one god, the best god. But it's like the idea that... so sorry, you guys. Sorry.
That kudzu, though.
So good.
It's so true for her. So she says, but it could the thing responded to us, so maybe if we get down there and call out to it, maybe it will let us in. Knock knock.
I mean, it doesn't sound like it has a lot of control over itself. That's the issue. It's entrapped. So, I mean, maybe if we get closer, it can give us some more information. It doesn't have to communicate as far, but we do need to get close.
Yes, let's go down there and have a look and see if there are any of these openings.
Beautiful. So you all land on the edge of the forest. Gangplank descends, and you walk out straight to the edge of this. And the fascinating thing about this jungle is that it, like, rises up almost like a wall, right?
Ooh.
Like it's grown out almost a mechanically specified degree away from the structure, and then it's just stopped. And the underbrush and the foliage is all incredibly dense. And you can see, Helena, your comment in chat about it being like kudzu is not inaccurate, right? Except for its barbed kudzu.
Ooh.
Right? And every single piece of this seems like the plants themselves seem incredibly defensive, right? Like they're ready to be, like they're fending off constant predators. But what's eating these plants if they're this thick?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Actions.
Do the plants look fire retardant?
They do not look fire retardant.
Could I investigate to see if they are?
Throws Molotov. Jabby's
just
in the corner
thinking-
with 6 arms and a flamethrower.
Yeah.
I could snip a little snip a little sapling for you
Yeah,
to test.
just get a little
Yeah.
clipping, because I mean, if it's this looks intentional, so maybe they know how to defend against the large fire creatures. Maybe maybe this whole
Yeah.
forest is a defense
So
mechanism.
you do a little bit of investigating, right? And the underbrush. Oh my
Underbrush,
god! I'm gonna
undergrowth?
try this again. The underbrush is indeed fire retardant, but it's not completely immune.
Right.
Hmm.
Okay.
Right.
It will burn with enough encouragement, but you aren't going to start a forest fire here.
No.
I mean,
And,
that's not
yeah.
your intention, but you couldn't if you
Yeah,
tried.
no, that makes sense. Yeah,
Right.
that makes sense. Makes perfect sense. Well, this is definitely going with my theory that this is defending specifically against those fire creatures we fought before. So I don't think making a
Fascinating.
distraction I mean, if we have some way to get them to come out to us, maybe. I don't know.
We can just
Hello?
try and we can machete through. Y'all like machetes? I don't have one, but we can try.
I think we can try. We can try
Beautiful.
to cut through. She just like looks down at her like fists and her like looks up at her little moat and she's like, I'm here to help, and begins moving forward.
Great athletics
Um,
check. Let's go. Can I get it from
Hey!
everybody?
Oh boy.
Cool.
Athletics, caster's best skill.
Is it?
No, it's
26.
a 22.
Woo.
Mine's a 17, so
10. All right, beautiful. So you all are hacking through. Jabby is obviously in the back. Jabby is also the smallest of all of you. So as you hack, Jabby still has to like do second hacking to be able to like actually get over the underbrush, right?
Yeah.
And so as you move, you're slowly making your way forward, and this is like
Yeah.
an exhausting task. And soon the heat, which gets even more warm as this area acts kind of like a greenhouse, trapping the warmth
Yeah.
from the creatures inside and from the
Yeah.
the plants underneath the
It's like a
the
weird
thick canopy.
greenhouse.
Yeah, a greenhouse.
Hey.
And Jabby, as you're like beginning to make your way through, something catches your eye, this little glint and shimmer, and you look over and you kind of look closer and you see 2 eyes staring at you. I need you to make a will save.
Oh no!
Oop, that's not even in the dice tray.
that noise.
That is the sound of failure, everyone.
That's a 13. Honest anime reactions.
So as you look closer, these 2 eyes have you pinned, and you start to realize that they're like pulling your thoughts out of your head as quickly as you're thinking them, and you are paralyzed as this creature slithers through the grass towards you. This long snake.
But not a mile-long snake like in season 1.
No.
No.
Thank
It's hard to
God.
tell how long it is, though. And it has these 2
Baby.
arms on the front of it, right? Which reach out and
Ew.
kind of paw your face as it gets closer. And I need perception checks from the rest of you.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, natural 20.
Wow. Nat 1.
26.
2 sides of the spectrum. What is going on? So you see
is how we do.
Jabby
I
frozen
got an 11.
as this creature starts to wrap around Jabby, squeezing the life out of the small, furry creature. Caster.
Good. Trick attack time.
Go for it. Roll for it.
Trick attack time.
Trick attack time.
Trick attack time. T-A-T. Tat. Tat, 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 tat.
Great. That is a 28.
Yes, you have trick attacked. Roll to hit.
Roll a hit. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. That's an 18 to hit.
Nice. That is a hit.
Great. So
Only because he's
what's
flat-footed, though, just so you know.
of course.
Yeah, you, like, barely catch him. Roll damage.
Great. All right, I'm gonna roll damage, and then I think I know exactly how I'm gonna do that.
Has Dex frozen, or is Dex
No, that's me
role-playing?
committing to the bit.
Okay.
That's acting.
I knew it. I knew it.
Acting.
Amazing.
I've got a degree.
Damage.
Don't we all?
That's
Don't we
7
We do.
slashing damage.
7
Uh,
slash. You rolled your trick attack damage with it, right?
Yeah.
And you added
how-
your specialty bonus, your specialization
I
bonus.
did.
Fantastic.
Yep. What this looks like is, he's gonna open up his custom rig again, which is on his palm. It opens up and flashes, and in that second, he's going to take his knife, but it's glamored.
Yeah.
It's been glamored the entire time. So I like to think it's like some sort of like battery or some like a walkie-talkie looking thing, and then it just morphs into a knife as he slashes.
Great, fantastic. This thing, you cut its arm, and its blood, rather than bleeding, evaporates instantly and begins to hiss up into the air as this like caustic steam. And it turns to you, Jabby. You feel yourself freed up. You're suddenly aware of what's going on. It turns and at Castor before swishing away off into the grass, and you're left alone again.
Jabby?
Anyone hear that?
Yeah. I'm here.
Now, just to be clear, I just want to make sure that the Vlaka are coming.
I totally forgot about the Vlaka. They were a
Yeah.
few steps behind. You know, they had to
Okay.
get some gear together.
That's fine. That's fine.
There it is.
I just wanted to make sure
got
that
Anne's like,
Too
I worked
excited
really
for
hard for that
walkies.
roll,
I know.
and you
I
made me
did.
use a D100.
So give me my 13 boys today. Yeah. Cool. Just checking.
Yeah.
Just checking.
Fantastic.
After that, I say, Gimbal, Jub, activate kill mode. Anything that approaches me, shoot it. Thanks.
Fantastic. So you
Thanks.
continue through, and occasionally there's a as this thing just eliminates small insects
Yeah.
and other creatures that get anywhere near Jabby. And eventually you, Amaruk, you hack your way the rest of the through, and the rest of the way through, and you find yourself immersed into the small area close, like right next to the force field, which shimmers gently in the air ahead of you.
Okay. What about it is so the force field shimmers. Is there? I'm trying to the first force field that's coming to mind is the one in Hunger Games,
Yep.
right?
The hexagonal one.
Exactly.
I'm into it. Yeah.
Now that they're closer, does there seem to be like a source that's like projecting it upward from points on the ground, or
No.
okay, I take an arrow and I shoot it into the force field, and then the Hunger Games are over. I'm kidding. I don't have an arrow. I just don't know what to do.
Amazing.
So she is going to, I guess, say to the group, I'm not exactly sure how to get through. I suppose we should try to figure out how bad it is when something touches it, or what can and can't go through. Will it let certain things through but not others? We don't know.
Kia grabs a branch on the ground. I'm assuming she can find some sort of branch thing.
Yeah.
And just kind of at a distance throws the branch at the force field.
It runs into it like it's a wall and falls to the ground.
It's like a wall.
Okay. Well, I can punch walls, but maybe not this kind. Yeah, I don't really have anything. I guess what I can do is she wants to see how it reacts to like heat. If there's like a particular thing because it's containing heat inside. So she will go ahead and summon her claw, her hard light claw, her Solarian weapon, and attune to photon mode and wreathe it in flames.
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
flame sheath.
Absolutely. And you start to like cut into it and leaves this like arc of burning, but it doesn't seem to like even leave any lasting damage in it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, fire doesn't work, which is, it's a good shield. It's a good. We should get one of these.
Honest, I want one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of technology is it? Like, is there any way to assess the signature of like?
Detect magic.
Very few. Like this is an incredibly advanced force field to the point where like only the highest echelons of militaries and corporations would have access to this.
Huh.
Interesting. I don't like
Well,
that.
there has to be a point where people can go in and out. So I say,
let's just follow it around.
Yeah, let's
So
see how far it goes around and.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Explore.
Yeah.
So.
Well.
Yeah, Dex.
My question is, I mean, we were told, "Hey, come find me. I can help out," and we're here. Why don't we just, psychokinetic hand knock on the force field?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, psychokinetic hand.
Hello. We're here.
It's
been a long day.
A meeting. We're very tired, but we're here.
The rest
People
of
could
the
be dying
Vlaka
again.
behind you are looking at you like, what the fuck? Is this what they usually do?
Kinda.
Oh no.
Kinda.
Silence in response to your polite knocking.
Okay, fine. Let's go on an adventure, I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
Great. So you begin to wander. You know what? Can I get survival checks? A survival check from one of you. Who's got that best survival?
I have an 8.
No, not me.
I got a 5.
It looks like it's
I
you.
do get a +1.
Me?
Kia
It's a
Bobia.
you.
Go for it, Kia.
All right.
Yeah.
And that's a nat 1, my dude.
Hey!
I have
What
been
is
using,
going on?
I've been using 4 different D20s as well.
Nice.
That's the first problem. See, the thing is, a lot of people think that you need to put your dice in jail. But if you keep using the same one, if you don't keep using the same one, how's it ever going to learn?
Well, and I don't know. So that's a 9 for survival.
Oh man.
You wander the whole way around,
Yeah, we do.
and you do not find an entrance.
No, we don't.
Periodically,
Is there-
just shooting frost rays at. the
Why
force
don't
field
we
'cause I'm
just
bored.
dig?
Oh yeah.
Why don't we try to dig under it?
You have your suit.
Not anymore. It went
Oh.
away.
Oh.
Oh no.
It only lasts for like 3 rounds, so
Yeah.
time has
Yeah.
passed.
Do it.
Yeah,
Can
touch
I-
your camera.
Oh,
Elena.
go ahead. Go ahead,
You're so
Caster. I'm so
blurry.
sorry.
Touch your
My-
camera, Elena. Yeah.
It's probably. Hey,
We're
there we
having
go.
issues with Elena's focusing on her camera.
It just
I
keeps
don't know
on
why
getting
it does it.
it just keeps
so
getting
endearing,
blurrier
though.
and blurrier.
Yeah, I don't know. You're probably haunted. That's what I think.
That's probably it is. It's the ghost is standing
no.
right in front of the camera.
Don't say
being a jerk.
that.
All right.
Oh man.
All right.
I like
Anyway,
enough
yes.
enough
All right.
of that.
Great, caster time. So I'm just wondering if I can hold on a second. There's a loud car outside. Can you hear it?
And not much.
Not
Continue.
much.
All right, cool. So, what I wanted to do is use overload on the shield.
Okay.
I'm into that. Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll
Probably
for it.
fine.
Probably fine.
Oh, is it a roll?
Oh yeah.
I don't. Is
You
it?
got a hit with it, don't you?
No. Let me check.
Am
I don't
crazy?
think it is.
Oh, okay. I'm mixing and mashing abilities right now.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm so sorry. Overload is where you overload a device, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Standard action, short electronic device to make it non-functional for 1 round. Let's see.
But
Totally.
we don't have a source, or do we? I don't know.
Can I use
mean,
computer check to
I'm
find
still
a source?
like also actually roll a computers check. Let's do that first.
Yeah. Okay. Blech!
Is that the
So
sound
7.
of failure or joy?
No, not the sound of failure, just the sound of me not being able to grip a die. That is a 23.
Nice, beautiful. So you start to like reach out with your exocortex, right? And trying to like paw the air for any wireless signals. And you like barely latch onto the edge of one. And you start to like follow it back to its source, and you think you find a control mechanism for these like various different hexes. Roll another computers check for me.
28.
You start to turn off and on different hexes around until finally you find the one that is near you guys, and you all like rush over and you're able to one by one turn off these various different hexes so that like flicker out and leave a clear emptiness in the place where they are, right? And eventually you're able to make enough that you can just slip through, and hopefully no one inside who's watching the shield is going to detect this as an intrusion. So
Great.
on the inside of this area, there's a barren dirt ground and this structure, right, which kind of peaks up almost pyramid-like. And as you walk around, you come to a massive door, which stands about 2 times Amaruk's height. And is made of some kind of sheer metal, and has these intricate designs in it that are very nature-centric, right? There are flowers blooming and leaves falling, right? And in the underbrush, there's strange creatures that you've never seen before, running back and forth and hunting each other. And the door, yes.
Sorry. Does anything about this design harken to any of the other pre-gap temples that we've seen?
It seems similar, but it's much more decadent.
Okay. So it's pretty clear that it might be pre-gap, but it's not connected to the other temples necessarily. Yeah.
And the door itself is open. And Kia, make me a survival check. Another opportunity for you to roll either a 1 or a 20.
I'm gonna use the same die, so we'll see. If and that was a 4, so we're working on it. So that's a 12.
Well, it's not too hard to see that there are indeed tracks that lead in and out of this door. It's hard to see what they are.
Okay.
They're a little bit old, but they lead in and also out. They've been disturbed. It was at least a couple days before anyone came inside or outside of this place, possibly longer.
Okay.
Point this out to my pals.
Amaruk is going to kind of look and take this in, and then say, well, I think the time for action is now. I think we could spend a lot of time trying to answer questions that no one has been able to answer for centuries. And she just steps through the door.
Great.
Following.
I take a picture of the doors because animals, and then follow.
Yeah.
So you step through these large metal doors into the darkness beyond.
Oh, can I ask you a question before I'm so sorry. As we go through and as we're seeing all of these things, given that I'm religious of a sort, do they bear any religious significance, these symbols? No?
Not to you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So you step forward into the darkness, and as you do, you all become aware of a soft thrumming, like the sound of like the sound, that kind of soft, almost gentle and complacent and homely
Purr?
sound. Yeah, like a purr of an engine or an AC running.
Amaruk is going to take out her, I almost said headphones, but her hearing aids for a second and listen for the claw.
You can hear it gently, deeper in. And as one of the Vlaka strikes a flare, you see that this hall vaults up above with various different pillars that stretch down, and the roof itself is covered with a mirror that has etched into the silver of it more and more natural designs, and this mechanical something is happening deep underneath your feet, and ahead of you there are stairs that lead down into the heart of Bright Claw. And that's us for tonight.
No!
Bada bing, bada boom.
Why are you leaving? I
Lord!
feel like we barely
Lord!
got anything done. Everything's so complicated. I'm so scared.
Oh my god.
We did it.
Did I just, God, journey to the center of the earth?
I'm sorry.
Oh,
y'all.
yeah. No, it's okay. There's
No,
no.
it's great. I love
I
it.
just want to
Good
keep
shit.
going forever. Why can't we just
Same.
play forever?
Well, this was a delight. We're gonna take a brief break, and we'll be back to chatter with y'all.
Yeah.
That was a remarkably exhausting episode for me. Oh my god, I don't
Yeah.
know why
Yeah,
that
it
was
was a
so
lot.
brutal.
Yeah, no
Yeah, no,
You were
kidding.
juggling so much.
But
Yeah.
we'll be back in a moment to talk about just why it was so tough. All right.
Absolutely.
Woo.
In the meantime, go check out our Patreon. And
Yes.
we will be back in a couple of minutes. Everything there is free, so you get to, taste and tantalize yourself with our delights. And we'll be
Yeah,
back
and go vote on that poll.
to chat.
See you in a
Vote
flash.
on the poll for sure.
All right, y'all, we are back. We were actually
wow.
just discussing something. So, Anne, I want you to bring that up because that is crux to the episode that we just had.
Which part?
The whole thing. The whole thing.
Oh, the whole thing. Yeah, so I was saying that for me, this episode felt like it had so many really cool, like individual moments, but that we didn't cover as much. I felt like I was like trying to push into next uh like sections of the narrative, and that there was like like a weird like narrative fog of war that I kept running into throughout the episode of like I didn't know what I was supposed to necessarily be doing, but sometimes that's like you don't always know what you're doing in life, so like that's not a problem, but I then when we got into kind of part 2 of the episode, it felt like um questions we asked early on, like I think I was like, can we trace a signature, right, to where the shield is, how it's communicating within itself and like where it's coming from, to like try to figure out a way to bring it down. And it was like, oh no, it's too complicated. And then later on when we were like pushing through, I felt like the time
that was like
expanded.
literally the solution. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the time that we spent like in the plants, that was either 5 minutes or an hour. I have no idea.
It was about 10 minutes.
You were saying
It's
like
10 minutes,
energy.
yeah.
You were saying the energy was weird, and for me in this episode, I had no sense of pacing. I felt like time was like either speeding by, like in the first half when I was like, wait, but I wanted to, but now we have to, and now the stuff, now we're too far, now we have to go back and like recommunicate stuff, and then which I think happens sometimes.
No, it's a little
like,
back and forth, and my sense of I had my plan for this episode, just like perfectly transparently, was the first half was going to be. Actually, it changed. I realized something as soon as we got to like sit down, and I made the whole combat encounter while we were sitting here at 6 o'clock. Right. And I mean, it was interesting. Also, like not interesting, because maybe it would have been better as a narrative moment. I'm not sure, right? Maybe it would have been better without the battle map and just with you guys like running through, trying desperately get to the gate. I have no idea, right?
I really enjoyed that combat though.
That's
Yeah.
great news if y'all were feeling good about that, and that matters a lot to me, right? So once
Yeah,
I
no,
realized
it's
that,
fun.
I was like, okay, that's the first episode, right? That's the first half of this game. And then the second half of the game, I was like, okay, problem solving combined with going to this place. And then the problem solving took about 30 minutes longer than I thought it was going to, right? You had all the clues, and then you had a lot of trouble putting all of them together. And then we had some awesome moments of like quick problem solving about what are we going to do in terms of how are we going to address this shit show at home so that we can then go take care of the shit show elsewhere. Right? And that, of course, that always takes longer than I think it will, right? Whenever we have character-specific moments. So that stretched a little bit longer, and then we reached the jungle, and I needed to get to a stopping point. And I couldn't cut us 30 minutes early at the entrance to the jungle.
That's
right?
so that's when you were sitting down. That what I was saying was I felt like there was a weird fog of war where like I could feel Miles trying to get us to 10 o'clock and let some cool stuff happen in the internet, but on the internet, in the interim. But like, I was also like, how do I help Miles? Am I helping if I like push forward, or should I like sit back? Right? You know what I mean? Like, because sometimes
Totally.
I know, Kia / Helena is like hates plans, right? So every once in a while, I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna Amaruk it and just like go in here and just start shit happening, because somebody's got to do it at some point. You just gotta go. And so it was definitely a weird energy. I guess, how does everybody?
I feel really dumb because I didn't sense that at all during the game, but I think for the this entire game, I was seeing things like through Kia's eyes, like really having like an exciting experience actually through it.
Yeah.
Good.
Where
I mean-
pacing was the furthest thing for me,
Mhm.
furthest thing for my mind,
Good.
because I was
Mhm.
so in that kind of like heated, like, oh God, we have to get to the gate. Oh God, we have to fight all of these worms that
Yeah.
keep coming up. I don't know. I didn't feel the pacing issue.
Good.
If there was one, which
Great.
was
Yeah.
which is interesting.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
But-
call it an issue. I just think it's like as performers, like it's different playing a game at a table with like people for funsies, which is not to say we're not playing for fun, right? We like to have fun, but we're also
Right.
doing it as a performed thing. And so I do think about pacing on some level, right?
Yeah.
I'm not
Mhm.
like looking at the clock being like, wow, it sure is close to 10. I hope we finish soon, but I am thinking about like how can I help, like how can I drive
Mhm.
something or sit back because somebody else's moment needs to take up this, period or whatever
Yeah.
the case may be. And so
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
never not there for me in a way, but my feeling about
Yeah.
pacing tonight wasn't necessarily like, oh, it's going too slow, it's going too fast. I just like lost all sense of
Yeah.
time or urgency
No,
altogether.
it was interesting. I think our communal energy, because of just like personal events this week,
Mhm.
is really frantic.
Mm.
Right.
Yeah.
We have not talked over each other this much since season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It was a lot.
It was a lot, and it's hard when the stakes get high, right?
Mhm.
That's an added challenge, and I don't think that any of us leveled up to it this episode, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something to focus on for next episode, absolutely.
For sure.
Mhm.
But on the flip side, also, I disagree. If you are feeling pacing, then that's my fault / problem, right? And I'm glad that you're like aware of it. But I think that at the end of the episode, it either felt like I was pushing towards the end or like I had a vacuum of content and didn't know what I was doing,
Mhm.
right?
Mm.
When like
Mhm.
I had ideas, I just wasn't sure which one to pull on,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Well, that's
Um,
kind of what it did feel like. Like what you described is like as a DM, like watching you, I was like, oh yeah, I've been there. Like, no, I don't know how to do that. And then it's always my job to be like, well, don't be thinking about that. You should be thinking about
Yeah.
Amaruk right now, right?
I would have loved to have
Um,
you guys struggle outside of the shield for another 10 minutes, but also Caster's idea was really cool, right?
Mhm.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
Caster never gets to use Caster's remote hacking,
Which is so
Cool
cool.
of cool.
which is
Mhm.
super fucking
Yeah.
cool. And it also
Yeah.
made sense that you guys could not like disable it from from orbit, right, in the Kingfisher.
Right.
But when you got down to it, Caster could be like, okay, let me just catch a little
Right.
a weave of Wi-Fi, right?
Yeah.
Just like a little hook of Wi-Fi and get inside of this thing and like start to
Mhm.
play with permissions inside of it, right?
Right.
I think that was the
Yeah.
first time I ever used Overload, to be honest.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then we didn't end
Yeah.
up using it. You ended up using your remote hacking.
Right.
Yeah.
Overload's a weird ability.
It is
Mhm.
weird. It's
Yeah,
hard to
yeah.
find a
It's very
place for
situation.
it.
I find that a lot of the mechanic abilities, especially early on, are very like situational.
Yeah,
And-
it feels built for a very specific game.
Mhm.
A lot of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like at least in the first iteration of like the Starfinder books, that mechanic is meant to be done. Like it's meant to be like you either have a drone and that's like the most of your mechanic abilities go
Right.
towards that,
Yeah.
or you're just a big boy who is beating things with a wrench,
Yeah.
who can also fix
Mhm.
things and has an exocortex.
Yeah, I hear
Like-
that so hard.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I think they added more like abilities to that, but still like I'm still figuring out like do I want to actually put another level in operative, because at least I get a bonus to my trick attack
serving
and
you.
yeah, it's yeah. I can go on about that,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I mean, we're
there's
also
other things to
not
talk about.
genius
How are
character
you feeling
builders.
about like multi-class and how it feels? Like is it
Oh, I love it.
exciting? Do you
It-
miss other stuff that you could have had from the first class or
I'm really loving it so far, because I level for those in the dark, I'm a level 5 mechanic and a level 1 operative. And there are a lot of things that I didn't know that I was missing by being a mechanic, because operative is so much of a skill monkey class.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I think that in the Envoy, you just get so much more skills, like
Yeah.
so many skills unlocked for me when I did that. I got more skill points because it's the amount of skill points that you get per level
Yeah,
is
it's
more.
better
I get
bonus.
7 as a mechanic, but 11 as operative because of my intelligence
Yeah.
and all that. And then also trick attack really helps with like in terms of like damage and uh that, and also like because I've already built up my computer so high, being a hacker
Yeah.
specialization in operative means
That's
that
a really cool combo.
whenever I do a trick attack with computers, I get a +4, and it's already 16. So already I'm at +20 for every trick attack that I
Jeez
do.
Louise, that's
Wow.
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's awesome. No, and it's you have seemed a lot more deadly
Yeah.
to me in the last
Yeah.
few
It's
combat
so
encounters.
true.
We've definitely had a bit more combat
sure.
in recent
Yeah.
recent episodes, which is
Mhm.
awesome.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's definitely that's definitely been my read on how but everybody seems more deadly, not just because we leveled up, but like people are taking, your Kia's whole like kit is different,
Yeah.
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 It's like
which is
we've all
so cool.
matured.
Yeah, it's been really,
We've
really
all
cool.
matured.
So
I'm
Spider
still punching.
has a question. Is Twitch streaming performance mode pacing different than a regular table, or performing the story is less of a concern? Can you just stop reading the story mid chapter? Yeah, it is. It absolutely
Yeah,
is.
it's
Yeah.
different.
And a lot of it is that I don't know. We have to make a product here, and while I as a DM
Yeah.
am trying to make a product at the table, there's a different kind. Like there are great sessions where I like start in the right way, have a middle, and then end in the right way as well. But with this game, especially where I'm creating 2 episodes every single time I do it, I have to be
It's really
careful.
tough.
It's a challenge, and it's a great challenge, right? It's like a challenge that I really enjoy. But I have to create 2 beginning, middles, and ends, and the second beginning and middle and end, I can never fully predict or plan for.
No, it's so
Yeah,
true.
it's hard.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
Hard.
really, really true. I remember that as a GM on Geeks for Good when we were doing more tabletop over there. Like I would the first, it was always easier for the first half, right?
Yeah.
And then I either know I have to finish up what I was doing the first half and then find an out. And it's like a really fun puzzle. But one thing that you'll notice, I know Spider has been listening to our podcasts, right? So a lot of those podcasts that are split up in the within the first 10, sorry to like peel back the iron curtain, but like we recorded those over several weeks.
Yeah.
So like we would come in and we would just get as far as we got because it didn't matter as much because we were just going to edit it together, and then once that situation was over, that was the episode. And then we had these beefy 4 to 6 hour episodes, and then we were like, that's crazy, so we had to cut them down. So things were different. So when we shifted online, while Miles certainly had plenty of experience GMing on Twitch, right? It's a different energy at a table, and I think we learned a lot from switching. I mean, we tried to incorporate tipping and stuff at the beginning, which was something that we had really enjoyed doing on Geeks for Good, and we were like, people who watch this show they're not here for that. They're here just for story. They want to see what we're going to do every week. And that's not to say there isn't room for both things, but I kind of love that. I kind of like removing that aspect of it and letting it just be what it is, because honestly it's hard enough. Like Miles is saying, it is a real challenge to get through an episode and then another episode that might not even be starting at the place you predicted it was going to start.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that the difference between, for me at least, for streaming online as opposed to just like having a table game that's not being streamed and is not going to be consumed is the consumption aspect. Like when you're playing a game, you're in the game. You have the experience that I had today as a player, where it's like I had no awareness of pacing. I wasn't thinking outside of what Kia wants and how to get that.
Mhm.
And so I think that is going to be more it's more similar to what a normal gaming experience would be.
Yeah.
Whereas when you are doing a Twitch stream, you have to think of the post-consumer thing,
Yeah.
post-consumer
Right.
product, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
Like you
yes,
have to
yes.
think, how will this be packaged? How will this be tied up in the end so that it can be, a little gift that you give?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
I think that's the biggest difference. Time.
yeah, and because we're doing it as a performance medium, we have to remind ourselves that when we make like explanations of like our actions or what our character looks like,
Yeah.
we have to do that verbally every single,
Yeah.
maybe just a little bit every single
Yeah.
thing, because we're not only people aren't just consuming it visually
Yeah.
on Twitch, they're also consuming it as a podcast audibly.
And
And
people are
yeah,
also discovering it for the first time, and it's always
Yeah.
there. Every once in a while someone comes in and goes, wait, you're a wolf? Or like, what, you have 4 arms? Like, why are you small?
Yeah.
Why can you fly? Like, it's entering a science fantasy world is already hard enough without having to like figure out like what everyone looks like and stuff, which
Mhm.
kind of makes me wonder if we need like little pictures on the overlay or something. I
I
don't
think
know,
we should.
because we have
It'd
those
be-
ones from Mom. We could just put our little
Profile
icons
pics.
on
I
it.
was working on getting her to edit them to a way where they would actually work when a bunch of stuff happened in her life, and
Yeah.
we haven't jumped back on it.
Yeah. I
Let's
mean,
see, yeah,
there's
Mhm.
guys, a bunch of stuff has happened
Yeah,
in
well,
our
life
lives in
is
the
since
last
like-
year.
we
Yeah.
started like streaming this, the world has become an indoor place.
Yeah.
well, let's be
Indoor
real.
World has
voices
changed.
all the time.
The United States has become an indoor place, but
Well-
people
Well,
don't
has
want it.
remained.
The considerate and kind and educated in the United States has become an indoor place to be appropriately and unfortunately classist about
Yeah.
it, right?
There we go.
Which just like
Yeah.
sucks. Yeah.
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 Well, and one thing I think that kind of goes along with that is Spider was saying, so that was 14 episodes that you did over the course of basically a year. That's 1 a week for 12-ish weeks. And what I wanted to be to kind of clarify there is like, it was a very different world than this world that we're living in
Yeah.
now. We were basically, the deal was
Yeah. it was
this is
different.
very high level, right? Because we had been kind of bouncing around between different systems because we all like to explore different things
We
for
were trying to
like
figure out what was right
better
to podcast.
yeah, the better part of a
Yeah.
year. We all wanted to enjoy the game we were playing, and it was like we played Shadowrun for a while. We really loved Shadowrun, but then it was a lot to kind of keep up with, and
Seventh Sea.
and then we tried 7C, which is such a cool idea in theory, and it was very hard to make work in a like podcasty
setting,
sense.
yeah.
And then I was like, please let me just play Starfinder legitimately. And then a lot of other people wanted to do that too, because the Miles and Helena and I, we've said this before, had played a game and really enjoyed it. So when you're thinking about like 14 episodes over the course of the year, again, those 14 episodes were broken up into more pieces than that.
Yeah.
And sometimes we weren't able to meet for a while, and we also got to a point where we were in a different kind of pacing, run out the clock situation, because our dear friend John, who was
Has
on
a
our
baby.
he came in one day and he's like, so I love this, but I'm gonna have a baby, and so however we need to wrap it up.
Mhm.
Life
Cho-
happens, man.
Chose
Literally.
his baby. He
Yeah.
chose his baby over us. I can't
It's
Oh,
believe
but-
it.
But
Parker's
dear
still really hurt.
audience, know that baby is so sweet.
That baby
so
is so
Very
loved.
cute.
Very sweet.
Yeah.
And we miss John. Like I miss John's energy. I miss that, but there's also like John's work at the end of that kind of arc was really stellar, and it the absence of someone, whether through death or whatever else in a character, can really propel some really interesting things, and I don't think we would be here.
And I'd like to think that Caster taking a few levels of operative is kind of an homage to Cody.
To Cody.
Yeah.
To Cody.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't
That's
think
really
of
cool.
that. That's lovely.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of wanted to keep it secret for a while
For a while.
because it's just nice to have a little operative back in the
Yeah.
party.
Helpful.
What was I
For
going to say?
sure.
So, Miles, you mentioned that you felt like there was a lot of like talking over each other, which like I think we've done pretty well at recently.
Yeah.
What do you feel like that stems from? Because I didn't really notice it that much.
It was pretty constant.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
every time we laughed about anything, we would be talking over each other. It was just personal energy from this week.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
I don't need to go into what happened with everyone.
Yeah.
We've all been super transparent about it.
Yeah.
On
Yeah, this
and-
week has been weird.
But it's been a
Yeah.
it's been a weird week energetically. I'm gonna be that person for a minute. Mercury went direct at the beginning,
Yep.
at the end of last week, right? And
Yeah.
so everything is like moving forward again, and we're feeling this. It's like standing
being
on a
dragged.
car and watching, and suddenly having it start moving again, right?
Yeah.
So there's this certain like jerk moment that's been happening, pretty universally. And for me, I've been really, really self-conscious lately about
Yeah.
my ability to do this effectively.
But you're so good, Miles. I know
Yeah,
you don't
you're so
necessarily
good.
need me to say that, but like, we're all talking about like one night where we all felt weird. That's something like that's
No,
not
absolutely. But
on
Mhm.
you.
we're talking
in
about
any way.
our individual experience, right?
Yeah.
And so like everyone's had these like weird little things that have been going on in their life that have been like shaking them up, right?
Yeah.
And the reality is that shake up is the only way that we grow,
Oh, for sure.
you know?
Mhm.
And like some of us could have probably had a less severe shake up and still grown.
Yeah.
I would have
Yeah.
loved
Universe.
that.
I know
Yeah,
you
I
would
would've
love
loved
to
that.
still have a job. I'm not trying to like
Yeah,
make
that'd be
light of
great.
that, is what I'm saying,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like for real, it's I'm glad you didn't notice it, but I did,
Yeah.
and it'll be more noticeable on podcast,
Oh, for sure.
Right.
Murder's
It can
gonna
be-
have fun.
where you can't read people's lips.
Yeah, that's for sure true. And that
It's not-
there are things that we're thinking about that you guys might not as viewers
Yeah.
because you're watching it live.
Absolutely, and I don't want
Yeah.
you to,
Yeah.
frankly.
Yeah.
But this talk back is
Don't
for you to
think.
find out what we're
Yeah,
bitching
what
about
we
in
think
our
and how we
Right.
feel and all that stuff.
Again, a peek in-
Starfound, the anxiety podcast.
Getting a peek
That's
into our
an
brains.
idea, specifically the anxiety
Shiznit
part.
says, listen, Miles, my last 2 weeks have been really, really rough. This show has gotten me through it, so take that for what it is.
Yeah, I'm super, super glad.
Aw.
And like
Coming through.
y'all are loyal, incredibly loyal, and
Yeah.
incredibly dedicated following. Makes this really worthwhile. Because like the game is fun, but we could do it in private.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
So
yeah, and we don't want to. Like, we like to be here.
we like to be here, and we love sharing it with you, and we hope it inspires your joy and your games and your imagination.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's us for tonight.
Yeah, we gotta
Yeah.
get going. So let's go ahead and move through. Everybody, feel free to pump that jam into what they want to leave the folks behind with to go check out this week, starting with my singing friend, Caster 9, played by
Oh,
Parker Wallace. I don't know what that
me.
was. I'm so sorry.
It was something. I
Sure was
appreciated
a
it.
thing. Energy.
Yeah. So I have a new YouTube channel. I'm going to be uploading musical theater performances on there, and probably is going to be my main content hub for a little bit. So check me out at Parker Wallace. Wallis is the last name, not
Excellent.
ACE. Yeah, and that's me.
Helena.
Hello, I am at the Magic Llama Mood on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I have a video going live tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. If you want to go check it out, it explains this macaroni mess
So
if you
excited.
would like to
Beautiful.
see that breakdown, feel free to go ahead on over to my YouTube page. I have now posted it in the chat. You have no excuses.
There's a video of Helena playing Animal Crossing for the first time,
It's
and
pretty great.
honestly, it's my favorite video.
I also really
was
like
so
the
fun.
video that Helena did making the Eevee cake.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Nice.
if you like
I'm not sure
Eevee,
what
if you
this
like
means.
Pokemon and fluffy pancakes, I have a video for that too.
It's great.
That's it.
She's got it all, folks.
Hell
Gentlemen,
yeah.
get in line. Ladies,
She's got you fixed.
get in another line. Everybody else, get in a third and non-controlled line.
Happy Pansexual Day.
Oh my god. All right, what's going on?
Next up is Dex.
Yeah.
Hello, friends. I am Afro Cinderella on TikTok. Spelling is in the comment section. Also, Dexstar Warren on Instagram because I'm also sharing all my TikTok stuff on Instagram as well. Because why not? You know, doing anime stuff, doing D&D stuff. If you want to know how to make my hero characters in D&D 5e, I got you, boo. We also do sea shanties, so
Ooh,
Yes,
girl.
we do.
It's pretty great.
And that's Dex Star Warren, as in STAR. Yeah.
Because
Yes,
he's
that
a
is
star.
he do
It's
be
true.
a star like that. We should say Helena and I, not this Saturday but next Saturday, will be following up Parker and Dex's stream with Manapot Studios. On the
Yeah.
25th, we will be the guests on
Yes.
Manapot Studios. We are
yes.
playing Ahsoki Twins. It's going to be great. Come find out what chaos that is at that time. We'll remind you next week.
That'll be grand.
Miles, do you want to tell people about
I
things?
would love to. I stream 3 days a week on Geeks for Good. That is twitch.tv/Geeks for Good. I mean, right now I'm playing a lot of Breath of the Wild and other things. I'm thinking about switching. Sekiro, the new Japanese action game is coming out with all the
Sekiro?
sneaking.
Sekiro.
Sekiro!
Oh,
I
jeez.
love
Play it.
Sekiro.
Oh my
You
god,
don't even
play
know.
it, Miles. Play
You
it, play
said
it, play
the
it.
S word.
Oh, boy.
I was thinking about Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, well, then I don't
Which
care.
is coming out on
That's
PlayStation.
good,
Well,
too.
fuck you too. But I play games and I hang out and we largely just talk about D&D, honestly, while I play games. And tomorrow I'll be live hanging out with Harsinger playing some Destiny, or maybe I don't know what we're gonna do.
We'll
I
do
can never
whatever. We'll
decide.
figure it out.
We'll do something.
But I also am a professional dungeon master, and you can find out more information if you want me to stumble all over your pacing at a private game. I can do it.
Yes. But you're good at it.
All right, everyone, calm down. I'm okay.
Okay, great.
You can find out about more about that at milesduffield.com.
Awesome. I just threw it in the chat.
Boom.
And lastly, but certainly not leastly, it's me, your girl, the head bard in charge. This week has been a banger for so many reasons. Very memorable week, but not least of which was being told by my own community on Tuesday, yeah, make a Patreon. So I did. And now it's there. And you can check it out and see what you might be interested in. You can find that at patreon.com/hearthsingergoms. So whether you want to support me there or support us as a group, there's some great content on both places. And I encourage you to check out the Patreon, especially for this game here, which is patreon.com/Starfound Pod. The reason that I want you guys to do that is because we are still in the red, because there are a lot of things we need to do when we're making this show, whether it's paying our producer to edit, or paying for various services like Anchor to disseminate and distribute things, and paying people like our mom to do our art. It takes a village to make a crew happen, to get the Kingfisher in the air. And so we are very close to hitting $100 a month on Patreon, which is certainly not nothing. We would love to get there if it's something that you feel passionate about supporting.
man, we're so
we'd love
close.
to have you along
Yeah.
for the ride there.
Absolutely. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you all so much. This was a pleasure. Shiz, as always, thank you for hanging out until the end. All y'all lurkers, we really, really
Seriously.
appreciate you. Don't not come back. Please, please come back and share this with your friends as well. The only way that we can reliably grow is by you telling other people that you think that this thing is great. So please do
It's
that.
true.
Um,
Please.
we adore and treasure you, and we'll be back next week, and we'll see you then. Good night,
In the
everybody.
meantime, we'll be on Discord.
It's true. Ta.
So come on over.